No, first of all,
All the ins and outs of that relationship. I am not the channel to be talking about what happened with Diddy because I don't have, to make anything about it. So yeah. Hello, Christy. Hello, Rocko. Can you hear me?
yes,
Oh, hello, Rocko. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Murray, first off, I'm not a plant. That's number one. All right. Second off, I do remember Misha, and I don't have to get into details with anybody. You understand that?
Yeah, for sure.
Another thing that is, I've noticed with YouTubers, victims that don't know me, y'all don't even know that I know the person who fucking built Diddy's house in the Hamptons and what I know about that. And you won't know that because you know what? I don't have to tell you that.
You don't.
And I don't know about the Masons, and I also am and it goes all the way back to the Confederate days as well. I don't have to explain myself to nobody.
You don't.
I would appreciate it if you would put some respect on my name. If you're going to speak my name. And Donuts, whatever he wants to call himself, Dumb Donuts, all right, can go play with himself. For real. I'm the wrong one. I'm Rocko motherfucking Fowler, all right? I've been through what I've been through, and none of y'all know what I've been through. Have y'all took a shit in my toilet? Have y'all ate at my dinner table? Have y'all walked down the street with me? And all this shit about me beating my kids and everything? These are all cult members that are coming up in these chats.
Can I just say, we've not said anything about you beating your kids.
I saw somebody in the chat.
Exactly, there was someone in the chat. It's okay, Rocko.
And I know, and I know who they are, and they're gonna pay. And I don't care what anybody says. Jaguare Wright has said on lives that I was gonna unalive her, and I was in connection with Sean Davy Waynes. I don't even know these people. I don't know these people. I don't know these people. I don't even know her.
You don't know what you said on your channel, Anonymous 777?
Is that you, Rocko?
I don't have that channel no more. No. I had to dump that channel.
Why?
I
it was growing so fast.
Yeah, it was growing pretty fast. I wonder why it was growing fast.
Well, I shared it. I shared it.
Yeah, I know.
I thought people should see what they had going on over there.
Yeah, and what do I have going on, Jay?
A whole bunch of nothing.
Exactly.
Tell me something. Please explain to everyone how you think I'm, or I'm a gatekeeper.
You definitely know what you've done.
No. I asked you.
I don't. Look.
You said on your channel that you knew that I was a gatekeeper, and I'm asking you now to explain to me.
I mean, why is everybody saying all this stuff about you?
So, Rocko, could you please explain that? Is that okay with you?
I couldn't.
You're giving me ratchet vibes, man. You're giving me ratchet vibes.
Jag.
That's fine. That's fine. You give me horrible, devilish vibes, to be honest. What about all those rituals you were involved in, huh? What about those? Because you know you were. You know you were.
And where do you know this to be true from?
I don't have to explain nothing to you. I don't have
so
to.
You just want to say a bunch of stuff and you don't want to explain it?
When I remember a face and I remember an energy.
You remember my face?
Trust me, I'm not going to.
From my Coca-Cola commercial. Let's be very clear.
Neither here nor there. Look,
let's be very clear.
Save the lip service. So you call me a PDF file. That's the other problem I got.
Okay, Jag, Rocko, please. I need here. It's about getting conversation.
I'm muting, Madge.
Okay,
I'm gonna let the mutant talk.
Yeah, thank you for 1 second.
So now I'm a mutant. I love it. Thank you. I love it. So you're right about something. You need to do a little bit more research on me with MK Ultra. I think you do, and I think you need to pick up my book, Memoirs and Black Operations, because California's in flames right now. I wonder why. The storm is truly here.
Mm-hmm.
And those who have done wrong to innocent people, kids on the streets, homeless kids, strung out, going to clubs, getting mixed up with the wrong people, you could very easily end up at a Diddy party. That ain't a lie. Governor Cuomo needs to come.
And my chat. No. I want to say something, please. People in the chat, we are to be polite to everyone that is on that panel. Capiche? So, Rocko, could you please explain what is your relationship to Jaguare? Why are you calling her a gatekeeper? How do you know this?
I'm not going to explain that. She knows. I'm not going to explain.
Maybe, but I want to hear your version because you're the one who came here to explain.
I'm not going to explain that.
So what do you want to explain?
Why are you here? What are you here to try and explain?
Yeah, exactly. You came here for a reason.
I'm explaining to you, you're putting words in, or you're putting a story together in your UK mind or whatever. Honestly, do you know who Max Spears is? Do you know who James Casbolt is? Let's get into that, bud. Let's get into that conspiracy. Let's get into that. That's the Marco Project. Why don't we talk about that stuff that y'all don't know?
Okay, but Rocko, remember when I asked you to come in, I said I wanted to talk about specific subject and you agreed? Are we renegating on that?
Of who? And what? A dream.
No, I said that when you were to come in, I asked you to come in to speak about a specific subject.
Yeah.
So is it okay that we speak about that specific subject?
We can speak about whatever you want, but if I don't want to answer a question, I'm not going to answer it. I have to protect myself. I have to protect myself.
That is true. That is true.
I have to protect myself.
Mm-hmm. So what can you tell us about your relationship with Jaguare Wright or Lamisha Fuller that you want to tell us?
Well, I don't have to talk about that. See, that's between me and Misha Fuller. That's who that's between. See, the difference between me and other people is I'm not going to jump on here and give you a story for a whole bunch of views. You know, SA is not all this. MK Ultra, all that stuff is involved. Yes, it is. Definitely involved. A lot of people don't realize it. They don't realize how deep these tunnels really go. You know, whole thing with Ali Carter. You know, that's sad in itself.
So you believe Ali Carter?
I do.
Okay.
Absolutely, I do.
Did you see her bio mom?
By my mom.
Her biological mom came out recently.
I mean, I've seen it, but you know, people are going to do what they want to do to discredit people. That's that. And you know what?
Excuse me, Madgie.
Really
yes, Jack.
Did he just say by my mom?
He didn't understand when I say bio mom.
About that. I mean, can we make jokes about you, Jag? What about you
no.
on your videos and what you said about me? I'm going to unalive you and I work for this one and I work for that one. Where are you getting your freaking information from? Where are you getting your information from? That's right, because you don't. You just.
But she has the right not to answer, like you have the right not to answer, Rocko, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was chewing.
But I didn't.
I'm gonna tell you exactly when I remember you. I'll wait.
We're just gonna have to find that one out, right, Jack?
I'll wait.
We're gonna have to find that one out,
Why
Jack.
you keep talking?
That's it. You're just gonna have to
tell you
find
I was done.
Look, Jack.
I asked you a question. You refused to answer. You asked me a question, and I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna show you how it's done. You just gonna have to check your yak. You want the answer?
So,
yeah, go ahead, flash that Illuminati again. Come on, let's do it. Come on, what's your triangles up? Bottom of your ass nation.
Come on. I don't have to talk about none of that.
Flash it again.
Well, you've not come to talk about anything, Rocko, because any questions that have been thrown at you, you've not answered.
I don't have to because you know what, Murph? You're the one who talked me up. So I got up on here to let you know, keep my mouth out of your mouth if you ain't got nothing nice to say about me.
You know what? Let's make this clear.
I don't want.
Or I'm gonna hit everyone. One of you with cease and
May I have the floor?
Rocko, stop it.
Make a narrative about me.
Rocko, stop it, please. Rocko, stop it. Jack, 1 second, please. 1 second. Everyone, 1 second, please. Jack.
What about Rocko? What about our
Jack? Rocko, I don't want to put you on live on mute, so please. We do not have to scream here. I don't want people to scream. There is no point in screaming. Rocko, like I said, I don't want to talk about MK Ultra. I don't want to talk about Diddy. I want to talk about your relationship with those people that I'm seeing around the Diddy sphere. Are you interested in answering those questions?
I mean, as far as, we have memories, shared memories, me and Misha, and that's really where I'm going to go with that.
Okay. What about Ali Carter? Do you have shared memories with her?
I remember some things with Ali, but I'm not going to speak on that right now. Ali's in a dangerous situation right now. And you know, it's scary. It's scary for anyone.
And now, can Jaguar please speak and you try to not get too excited? Please, Rocko.
No, you're fine.
Okay, perfect. Jack, please talk, please.
Oh, hey, Madgie. Child, I'm sitting over here having this Bellini. I just want to get this for the record. Hold on, let me camera up. Rocko? August 8th.
Yeah.
August 8th, you called a phone number, a Texas phone number, to a Metro phone that belonged to Tysha Renee Johnson.
What
it was the 8th of August when you called that phone.
Do you
were in
not
the middle
understand that
See
people
what I'm
who
saying? See
who
what
have
I'm
news-
saying?
Rocco, please let her finish. She let you
Okay, but
finish.
this is
Please let
Alex
her.
on your channel.
It's okay, but after you will be able to answer to that. So please just wait a little.
I'd have smacked you with this stick across your mouth.
Okay.
It was August 8th. You called Tyson Renee Johnson's phone. Several occasions. You and several other trolls, they just doxed the number again. You said very despicable things about taking my life, taking my son's life. Things you would do to our bodies after we had expired. You were very disgusting. I'll never forget your voice. That was you trolling for the troll farm. You're nothing more than a troll. And I wish I still had access to Taisha's phone. But maybe you should go over there and talk to old Ty's journey. You're a scumbag, Rocko. Known in the troll circles.
Well, no,
You're
actually,
pathetic. You're pathetic. And if anyone should keep a name out of a mouth, it should be my name never coming out of yours again. You troll clown. You're an investor.
I will see you in the courtroom.
What
I will
is
see
your
you in the
take? What is
courtroom.
your take of the She Diddy weed?
Look,
Can he answer now?
Yes, I like it. I gave him mine.
that is none of my business what other people do. All right. There are tons of people out there doing this type of stuff. All right. Making t-shirts. I've had people send transvestites to my home. Okay. Using my information. I don't think you understand what you're tapping into. But you're tapping into something where I am spirit. I might play that dumb role like I did on the Sean Antwood show where I didn't barely get a word in. Okay. Where I barely got a word in. All he did was pressure wash me with a bunch of questions. And I didn't even get to speak on it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And then he wonders why people come on there and act like clowns sometimes. Because you know what? That's just how it rolls. You want to play around. You want to say my name out your mouth that I threaten your son's life. Prove it. Prove it. Or don't say it again because this is recorded. Right here. This is recorded. This will play.
Listen to me, minion from hell.
Yes, because you just said that I want to do it. Take your life.
Listen to me, you minion from hell.
Well, now I'm a minion. So now
You are a
perfect.
whole
This is perfect for me.
freak.
Okay, this is perfect for me. You're building my case. Thank you, Jaguare.
What
Thank
case?
you. Oh, you'll see. You'll see
Okay.
because
What you got a case? You got a case of the crabs? That's
you
not
cannot
the case you
get
got.
on here and say that I
You
did
freak
this
off
and I
Diddy
did that,
loving
but you have no. I
You
don't
freak
know
off
who
Diddy
that
loving
is.
hoe. You ain't got no case.
Okay, so now I just have a question for Rocco,
I
please.
have a case against
Rocco.
you, Jack.
Okay, Rocco,
You know
question
what?
for you.
Let's
Jack,
see if
1
that see how
second.
that works.
Rocco,
Me too,
Rocco, Rocco, one thing I want to ask you. Were you the one who did that disgusting call?
No, I was not.
Was it one of your alter?
No, it was none of me. It had nothing to do with me. This is the type of stuff that's going to get people sued.
That's
And
the
the same
question that I'm
people
asking
that are
you.
telling people all this other stuff are on that list too. And I do have private investigators. Trust me. That listen.
Why don't they
So all
investigate
of
your
this
mouth?
right
So that's
now is
suspect.
getting documented. Just so you know that.
Your mouth is suspect, boy. Suspect.
Excuse me. I didn't come at you like that now. Or should we call you what CB calls you?
What? You know Courtney?
Yeah, that's his business partner. They said
Not
that
my
she diddy
business
weed.
partner. Not my business partner
They
at
said
all.
that she diddy weed.
Oh
But
my
you know-
God. I don't know.
But you know
nothing.
him,
I'm
Rocco.
just
But
saying,
you
no,
know him.
I listen to him on a show. I listen to him on a show. That's it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Rocco,
don't
contact
hear about
TJ.
that.
She
I
will
don't hear
vouch
about
for
this.
you. Why would TJ vouch for him? He was harassing both of us. Why would TJ vouch for him?
Who is TJ, first off?
Yeah, you know exactly who it is. You.
Who is TJ? Who is
You better
TJ?
be lucky I love me some Madgie.
Oh, no. Oh, now you're going to hit me with the spell? You're going to cast the spell on me, Jack?
Oh,
There's
hold on
no
a second.
spell. There's no
Wait
spell
a minute.
going
Wait a
on.
minute. Breaking
And
news.
Danny,
Breaking
Danny.
news.
Mother Christ. I'm going to tell
Breaking
you.
news, Madgie. Breaking news. Riverhead News Review.
Oh, so you're going to believe the people.
Rocko Fowler, 25, was spotted.
Okay, you're talking about,
By
first
a
of all,
patrol
you're doxing me on a
officer
public, you're doxing information.
on
that's
Lincoln
so
Street.
old.
Rocco, I need
About
I need
12:30
people.
a.m.
Okay.
Oh my God, let's go over my criminal history and past now. Let's do this.
Thursday, according to
Let's do this.
Thursday, according to a police report, the officer stopped Mr. Fowler and checked his name for arrest warrants. Police said the officer found the active felony warrant out of Jackson County, Missouri, and arrested Mr. Fowler at the scene, according to a police report, which is public
Was it
record.
at the
No
scene? That's what I'm trying to say.
stopping required.
But I wasn't at the scene. That's how much
In
you don't.
Missouri,
This is what I'm trying
you
to say.
got arrested at the scene and you wasn't there.
No, I
Where
did
was
not
you
get
with?
arrested at the
Who
scene.
was
Jack.
you with?
They let
I
me
don't want
go.
people to scream. Okay, mute. I don't want anyone to scream. Please get one people at a time. This is not a screaming match. Please. Now you can unmute yourself, but please, no screaming.
Can I ask a question, Madge?
By the way, 1
To
second.
who?
This was March 18,
Rocco.
2005, and Mr. Fowler was 17.
Okay. So that
Alright.
is his old prison record, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah.
And
No
okay,
prison.
and okay,
It's
there's
an
no-
article of getting arrested. I got out the next day because there's no extradite. And it happened when I was a minor in a foster care system where I wasn't
Understand.
sued. You want
I
the truth?
understand.
Have you ever been held down and medication shoved down your throat by the CPS system? No.
No.
No, now you brought that.
Actually, I have.
nasty hateful-
Jag, wait,
You have
please.
brought the devil out of me now.
Oh,
Why,
wow.
Rocko?
Don't fuck
Why?
around.
Rocko, why? We're just trying to understand. Well, myself,
No,
I'm trying
it
to
has
understand.
nothing to do with this lie. What you're talking about has nothing to do with this lie. My
What do you mean?
Yeah.
About the arrest. I
Rocko.
agree. Let's stop reading criminal record. I don't care. Okay. What I care about
I
is
care about the fact that you call me a pedophile and there is no proof that I'm a pedophile.
okay. PDF Rocko, thank you so much. Quit screaming, please, and let's not talk about those accusations. I am not interested. I told you what I wanted to talk about, Rocko. Do you agree with those subjects?
I agree with the subjects, but what I'm saying to you is that I don't know what she's talking about. I think she's done lost her mind. I think
Yeah.
she's done lost her
That's-
mind.
That's okay. The criminal record has no interest in the conversation. What I'm asking of you is that you were not the one that called. That's what you say that in that situation. You were anonymous 77. Is that correct?
777. Yeah.
77. Perfect. You do know a little more Courtney Burgess than what you're saying because you're calling him CB and none of us call him CB.
That was written on the Sean Atwood flyer, CB. So
Okay.
I don't know Courtney. Like,
Okay.
no. I listen to him. I think he's funny. I think he's got a good, heart, and he wants justice just like anybody else. But I feel people poking him too.
But
And
he
you
says
know,
that
when
the
people get
TG
nasty
is
and
of the
get
people.
hateful, you wonder why. People get nasty and get hateful. The host is like, "Oh yeah, well, you don't want the smoke. Don't give the smoke, because I'm gonna give it right back to you, whoever you are. I'm not afraid of no man. I've had grown men beat the hell out of me in the middle of Kansas City. All right, in the foster care system, being trafficked almost, and my mother had to come and rescue me.
You almost got beat the crap out of.
No, I almost got trafficked.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us.
This link,
Teleport.
I'm so sorry. This link is for Misha. Misha, you know what I want you to talk about, which is Lionel B, Adria, Courtney Burgess. I don't want to talk about other things, as Rocko has clearly seen,
Welcome to the circus.
basically. So Rocko, you
Man,
don't
get
know.
your ears.
So Rocko, you don't know Courtney Burgess. Do you know, you do know Misha because Misha is in my chat right now telling you just prove your point, Rocko. So which is the point that you have to prove?
I know Misha. I remember Misha. It was,
Mhm.
she, was looking like she had a blonde, it was a wig. And I was a club goer for a very long time. I got in a lot of trouble. I'm not going to sit here and say I was an angel. I was kicked out of my house at 17 years old.
Mhm.
My mother, was like, you got to go. Because I
Mhm.
chose streets, I chose clubs, and that's how I met Misha, was at a club. And she lured me into the vehicle. And I got lured
She
into
lured you. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
won't go back on that. I won't go back on that at all.
Okay.
I just didn't want to disrespect her and say, you know what I'm saying, anything about this unless she said okay.
Okay.
What age were you MK Ultra? Can you remember that?
I was 3
Misha?
years old.
You can come in if you want to, but like I said, I'm not that interested in
Cool.
MK Ultra. But
Right.
if you want to, yeah.
MK Ultra at 3 years old. Okay.
Don't block Misha. I want her to come in.
Who's blocking her?
I saw Mac. I'm like, let her talk. I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her about Lionel B mostly. And the fact that she's saying, Rocko, she's saying that you're a liar because you said that she was the one who, lured you into the vehicle.
I said that.
Mhm.
I said that.
Yes. And she's saying liar because of that. Did you ever discuss that with her?
Yeah, I discussed that with her.
Okay, so she was aware, but now she's not aware. And do you know what year it was?
I'm no longer going to discuss this. You want to play
Okay.
that game? You want to play that game, Misha? You want to play that game? All right.
Oh.
I got you.
What's going on, Rocko? Is everything okay?
I'm out.
Okay.
I got you, Misha.
Are you sure? Because she's coming in right now.
You just fucked yourself. You just fucked yourself because you know exactly what I'm talking about, Misha. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Now don't play stupid. Now come on now. You talked about it. Oh, you were sprayed down and looking like you were white. And you know what we spoke about. You know exactly.
I was saying, don't treat Rocko like a liar because how they handling you. I'm watching how they handling you.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, Misha.
No, I had told her don't treat. I said don't treat Rocko like a liar. That's what I said. But then my message
okay.
different times.
Okay, I'm sorry, Lamisha.
I kind of figured that was it. I kind of figured that was it. This is what people do. They try to divide us. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
They're
that's what I'm
trying to
saying.
divide the victim. You know what?
I got a question for
Jaguare is a
Lamisha.
part of it.
I got a question for Lamisha.
Yes.
You get the t-shirts made yet with my most wanted
You
on?
know you're a part of it, Jaguar.
Jaguar, you know
You
you're
hacked
part
my
of
last
I'm
YouTube.
talking to the
Okay, everyone,
Lamisha.
everyone, one person at a time. Lamisha, are you okay with Jaguar asking you a question?
I haven't got the shirts made yet, but I just think it's just good publicity, like it's good publicity for everybody to show my picture of me looking crazy and everybody to click that me. I think it's good publicity, just like y'all are doing.
Yeah, but you was doing commentary the other day and you were saying that the man on that most wanted poster is my lover and he's my
Oh, he wants to
assassin.
be with you, but you are with your man. But that man that's on the
Really?
poster,
And he
he
told
was
you that?
looking
Did
for
the
you.
man on the poster tell you that?
Yeah, he used to be in strip clubs with you, the same strip clubs I'm
He
saying. I
did?
see you back.
You want to know what's interesting
You don't know
about
what
all of
happened?
that?
What
I'm
happened?
just going to remind the chat to stay polite to every single person on the panel. Understood? Yes, continue. I'm sorry.
Part of the reason why they really don't want to go to trial over that Penske truck is because of that man. Do you know his name, Lamisha?
No, but I know he's a killer.
I mean,
I
but
forget, I forget his son
you
name.
said
I
he
forget-
told you these things and you talked to him. Do you know his name?
I said no. I know his face.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not
I know you
nobody's
have a
name.
picture. I know you have a picture of the most wanted. Why don't you read it? Say his name.
I'm not downstairs. I'm in my room, but I know his last name.
So
is
you
Evans.
can't. So your feet don't move when you're online.
No, just like
Oh.
you want to admit that I was there and that you had to
Okay.
smother other people to what? But you never. You won't.
Once again,
You
Lamisha,
won't be honest. So no.
Lamisha, I've never met that man a day in my life. I don't even know him. Never met him.
But my nigga got your picture by it. But he.
No. I want you to understand what you just did, and I want to thank you because I'm going to take this voice clip and I'm going to be sending it to the DA.
Send it.
See, you
Tell them
just,
about you being the driver
just-
too.
you
being
just-
the hockey ice.
you
What
just
about the
sat
hockey
here.
ice? Let's talk
You-
about the hockey ice. Let's talk
You
about the
just
hockey
sat.
stadium.
I'll wait.
Well, I'm
just
not
like
gonna
your
answer
son
you. You always
was
want
waiting on
answer me.
that box pizza. I'll wait.
What about the hockey stadium?
What about your son's box pizza? Did he eat?
What about you looking for your son? Did you find him?
Did your son eat?
Yes, he ate. Did you find your son?
See how that works?
Did you find your son?
Once again, you just sat here and said you remember that man, a man that I never met and don't know.
Yes, you have met him. Go ahead and play crazy.
Never
I ain't got
met
time
him.
for it. I ain't got time for the
Never
lies.
met him.
I don't promote lies and bullshit like you never met me. Like
I never met you.
Okay, well keep lying to yourself. It's gonna
Okay,
come out.
Lamisha, can I ask you a question, Lamisha?
It's gonna come out. I'm about to get us out there because
This is
Lamisha,
MK Ultra. This is
Lamisha,
supposed to be the
Jag,
MK Ultra.
Jag, I
I'm
need you,
quiet.
Christopher. Jag, wait a second. Lamisha, can I ask you a question? Lamisha? Shit.
She might have
Yeah.
fell off. That happens.
Yeah, I understand that you and Jack had problem in your own personal thing, but I did want to ask her about Lionel B and her part 3. Is the part 3 coming out, Rocko? Do you know about this? Do you know Lionel B?
I do not. Honestly. I've heard the name, but I don't, I don't try to follow. It's not funny. I don't follow people around and make up lies and say people have done, I want to unalive their kids and call people PDF files. Y'all don't realize this is serious business when it hits a lawyer's desk. This is serious. This is serious offenses.
Hey, Rocko.
These people my information.
Rocko.
Okay. Not the web. Hold on. No. Hold on. I'm finished.
Rocko.
That's Odell, right? Hello, Odell.
Hey. Rocko. Hey, what's up? Rocko. Did Rocko run?
Yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out. But anyways, what's up?
You say you do not get online and spread misinformation, correct?
I do not.
What
Information is spread by others.
Where? So you said I broke into your phone and I took your website.
I never said you broke into my phone. I said my YouTube. I have the video and everything. Where when I hit join on my page, it said the Jaguar right effect. That's what it said, and it had badges. And I went into my settings, and I never put badges on. I don't have that. I don't have that.
Rocko, do you realize how many fake Jaguar right effect pages there are out there?
Well, do you realize that there was money being made out of it? And do you realize that Jaguar has made lies about me? You can laugh all you want. It's not going to be funny when it goes in front of a court of law. And you're talking about a man at home dad who's been traumatized, right? Documentedly traumatized, all right? I had a home shut down in the state of Kansas City for fucking pimps, drug dealers. They were running this under a Christian organization. Nobody ever wants to listen to this. They think, oh, the cops are going to help you. Oh, no, none of those people are going to help you. They all lay in bed together. They were all at Diddy parties. All of them.
Rocko, Kansas City is a city, not a state. Just so you know.
Oh,
Kansas
I
City
know
is-
that.
it's
I
in
know
Missouri.
that.
And it's in
I
Kansas.
know that. I was on Independence Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri.
You probably were on methamphetamines as well, bro. Like you're tripping. That's all I
Excuse
gotta
me.
say.
Excuse
That's all I
me.
gotta say, man.
Excuse me.
Odell, please,
Take the
substances.
glass out of your ear. I think you need to take that glass out of your ear. I think that's what you need to do. And I think you need to stop scamming dudes. And I ain't afraid of you.
Boy,
I ain't
listen here.
I
Listen
am
here,
not
boy.
afraid of you. And I will put, I
Listen
definitely
here, boy.
have this documented.
I need you to understand something. You
You
poking
just
your
made
head out.
another allegation.
I'll
How many
wait. I'll
is this
wait.
allegation,
You don't think you got a
Maggie,
file on you?
allegations? Is that what we should title this? All allegations.
Your file is almost as bad
And I'm
as Ratchet Gregory.
I'm playing the survivor.
I
Because you
don't
know
want to talk
Survivor
about.
Rocko,
Yeah.
you're not allowing people to speak, my brother. Right? Okay. So just
Don't call me your
Hey.
brother, man. Don't call me your brother. You called me a plant before. I'm not your brother.
And
man.
not said that
Don't-
you oh, he'll be
You
having
don't
that.
bleed the same color blood I bleed. Okay? So don't act like you're my brother because you're
Well,
not.
ain't nobody bleeding Tootsie here but you, boy.
Run your mouth.
Okay, everyone, can we come down? And is there any question actually, or is that just a blah 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 blah? Because no.
You think it's funny. This whole thing is funny.
You're
It's not.
hysterical.
It's really not because you're
Misha,
Misha back in the
Misha,
chat. That's it.
Misha, yes, Jag, nobody is set up to attack. Like I told you, Misha, I've always wanted to ask you about Lionel B. Rocko, because I saw you on Misha's interview, I got curious about your relationship with all of those people. Now you're you're trying to say that you didn't really have a relationship with Jag, but you did have a relationship, which is why now you don't like her. Something happened.
Nothing happened that she's saying though. That see what I'm saying? That
So you tell me what happened.
What's my phone number then, Jack? What's my phone number then if I made these threats? What's my phone number?
I earlier stated you called the phone number belonging to Taisha Renee Johnson,
Okay, I don't
also
know.
known as, see, I wasn't finished. Got no respect. Like I was saying, you called Taisha Renee Johnson's phone. Her channel is Ty's Journey. She was the last Angela that you two put on me. You didn't just threaten me, you threatened her as well. I remember your voice, boy. Ain't no getting away from that. You messed up. You should have stayed in the back. But now you out front.
That's
And
fine.
since you want to be out front, be out front.
Oh, is that a threat? Should I call my local PD right now while we're on the phone? Should
Yeah,
I?
call
not-
him and tell
it's-
him I
Should I
told you
call
what
my
I
local
said.
Jag,
Should I call my local
Jag,
PD right
Jag
now?
Rocko, stop it. You're making the teacher and me come out. Okay, so Rocko, what is your
We can get to the bottom of this. We can
what
get to the bottom of this.
what is your explanation of your relationship with Jag? Because there is one. What
How do
happened?
you know that? How are you, Maggie? How are you special? Are you God? Who died and gave you the throne? Seriously.
Absolutely no
So
one.
how do you
Do
know?
you-
So
I
how do
will tell
you
you.
know?
Do you want me to
How
tell
do
you?
you know who I am? How do you know who
I don't
I
know.
am? By a pack of lies that a bunch of hillbilly motherfuckers put out on me on the web. A bunch of cult members. Okay? How do you
Everybody's in
know?
a cult here,
How
cult
do you
there.
Jag, stop. Jag, please. Yes, Rocko, what were you saying?
I was saying
Okay,
that all these people that are making up this stuff, this has nothing to do with this community whatsoever. This is brought in from other communities that don't know how to keep their nose out of people's business. They want to follow around and they're obsessed with me. I tell
Okay.
them all the time, you're that obsessed, pay me.
Okay, so Rocko,
That's
now I
it.
can answer. Can
You
I
want to be
answer you?
obsessed with me?
Can I
You can
answer
answer
you,
me.
Rocko? Thank you. So how I know that
Yeah.
you have a history with Jaguar and yourself is because that if you didn't know each other, there will be no hostility. You don't have hostility towards someone that you don't know.
Well, that'll be where Jag has to become clean, you know?
But she
I
came
don't-
clean about why she came clean
No,
about why she did
that's a
that
lie.
with you. So you come clean.
That's a lie, though. That is
Okay,
a
tell me the
lie.
truth. Then tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
Exactly everything Nisha said. It is true.
Tell me the truth. Tell it to me. What is the truth?
I don't look. I don't get into details because that.
Then tell
that's
me a resume. Tell me a resume. What is the truth? Tell me bullet points. Tell me something.
The weather is nice today, you know.
So is that why, because the weather is nice, is that why now you're not getting on with Jag because the weather is nice?
I'm on here with Jag. We're going back and forth, it seems. You know, I mean,
Mhm.
she got what she wanted. So, you know.
I didn't get what I wanted at all.
No, she did. She did.
Okay, but you are on my channel and you came to me to talk to me.
Oh, because I heard, you know, the walls have ears. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I'm
But
not jumping
you
in.
you wanted to
walls
come
have-
on for a reason, right? You wanted to come on
Yeah,
to
to
talk
tell
to me,
Bert
no?
my name out of his mouth. That's why.
Okay. Okay, but
That's
you
why.
could have said that on the chat. What, you came to me for a reason.
But then I'm like,
I came because I saw what Merv was saying. That's it.
Okay.
I saw Merv, so I wanted to approach Merv and let him
Mhm.
know you don't know me. So stop
Mhm.
trying to act like you know me.
And
And
Okay.
Rocko, I stand by my word. I stand by my word. I think you're a plant mate. And
okay, well, believe what you want to believe. What are you? What sector do you roll with?
I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody.
What are you? Are you an MK Ultra? Are you? What are you? Are you an assassin? Are you? What are you? Are you?
Maggie, I don't want to interrupt, but I have to go.
Oh, Jag, no. Okay.
Yeah, I have an appointment. But how about once I get myself together, if you guys are still alive, I'll tap back in. I just wanted to say, death to the trolls! And we out of here.
Okay, bye, Jag.
See you later.
So yeah, Rocko, you wanted to talk to Merv because you wanted him to keep your name out of his mouth. Is that correct?
Yes, and all that other stuff is lies upon lies upon lies. And when it's found out, people are gonna look real sorry in a courtroom. You
And
think
then,
the Diddy stuff is bad? You cannot just go around calling people those names and making up those accusations. Because let me tell you something. I can get your phone right now. Somebody can get your phone number. Use your phone number. Act like they're you. Okay.
Mhm.
And then turn around. Yeah, AI can do a lot of stuff, and people don't seem to believe that. They want to blame that person, but meanwhile, there's other hidden entities out there that do this type of stuff. And this is how identity gets stolen, social security numbers get stolen. I mean, I've had my social security number compromised.
Okay.
I've had people show up to my house to try to literally unalive me. I have dealt with some horrible, horrible stuff that people
Yes.
don't know about.
Yes. And that during that time that you were do you remember what year it was when you were lured into the limousine?
To be real honest with you, a lot of people, when it comes to this stuff, not going to sit there and tell you I remember every single bit and piece of detail.
Yeah.
As much, you know, as I wish, or
Yeah.
not really wish, honestly. I wish I never had to wake up to these memories to begin with.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is I believe God doesn't put people in people's lives for no reason. I don't. I believe there's no coincidence behind that.
Mhm.
I mean, most of the time, you know, you were drugged. You were like homie CC has said that, you know, a little bit will incapacitate you to a point where you could just go. They'll take you to an ATM. They'll make you withdraw your whole account.
Yeah.
Diddy was just a monster. He was a monster. I mean, there were several meetings in the courts in New York at one point where they did not want him having a house, or they did not want they didn't even want to give him permits in the Hamptons at one point for parties. They're out of control. Out of control. East Hampton's a very small town.
Yeah.
His house, you can only wonder what's on the ocean. You got the Atlantic Ocean. What's really in that ocean? You understand what I'm saying there? And the part is why didn't they really truly investigate that house? Is what I'd like to know.
Okay.
Because
So
that's
when you
where
were in all those area, because I think you said that he took you at 17, is that correct?
I was there in the
Okay.
summertime at a club.
Yeah, the club. And then was that the only time that you saw Misha?
I mean, I have a fragmented memories. I'm not going to lie. Working through those fragmented memories, but it's there. It's just when it's suppressed, it's got to just start to surface. And you know, with all the back and forth, who's a survivor and who's not, and who's lying. Let me tell you something. There was a lot of stuff done that Diddy didn't put on video.
But I just want to know what you remember. Is that because I understand that you have a fragmented memories, but is that the only memory that you have of her? Because it is really hard to remember anything.
Well, I do have memories of what I would call like a cockfight, which basically at one point in time, you know, Misha had asked me, you know, are you mad at me? And you know, I was sitting there, and all of a sudden it came over me, and it was like a feeling in my gut, and I knew exactly what she was talking about. And I said, no, I can't be mad at you, you know, beating me down, you know, because Diddy would do stuff like that as well. You know, he'd have us fight each other. He'd have us do all kinds of stuff. Horrible, horrible stuff.
Okay.
Horrible.
And you remember Misha and you having that type of interaction?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And how about Ali Carter?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
We did not get along. We did not get
Oh.
along.
Mhm.
Because Diddy would use me for different things as well. That's what Diddy would do. He would use you, in one way against one person and then use that other person against that person. So it kind of splits you even more. Because the more you traumatize somebody, the more you split them and the more they're going to forget.
Mhm.
Especially when you're under drugs, ultimate amounts. I mean, a couple of my, friends that are no longer here, I do believe there's a possibility of them being involved in some of this stuff as well.
Okay.
Because they never really, it's like one thing with me is I never really wanted, it's a hard subject to talk about, but at the same time, like I said before, it's like, I got to be careful on what I say. But I'm not gonna, confess to crimes, where I called this person that I don't even know that person, by the way. So I would love to talk to this person, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to
Understand.
my name now.
Can I just ask you a question?
I know.
Because somebody in the side,
Yeah.
somebody saying in the side chat that they're super confused, and this is just a question from the side chat. It's not from me, mate. Right. So,
Okay, what's the question?
is that in previous interview,
Mhm.
they asked you if you knew Ali or Tori, and you said no, you did not. And on his
Well, maybe now he remembers, so that is not a pertinent
that's
question.
question,
Yeah.
it's from me, it's not
Mhm.
from somebody else.
Yeah. So please, Rocco, continue.
Well, first of all, at that time, division and all that stuff going on, and
Yeah.
people fighting, arguing. I didn't really want to say too much because of case reasons. Because a lawyer can pick up on anything. They could hear one thing and say, "Wow, wait a minute, I want to talk to that person. He might know this, or he might know that, or she might know." You never know, but you got to be careful with that because it can be used in a court of law. So
Right.
that's why.
Did you ever see Adria?
I seen her in a black dress, yes, like she speaks about at parties and also at clubs.
So
Diddy
were
would use.
you ever at those parties?
When I was learning to the SUV, I was given a little small vial of
Mhm.
GHB, and I didn't know at the time, and I took it, and next thing you know, I woke up in a bed next to two grown men, and I didn't know how I got there.
Mhm.
I just know that there was a lot of partying going on, and I felt pain in a certain area. So, and that's hard to talk about being a male.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course.
Because it doesn't only affect that; it also affects the questioning your own, sexuality. Also, Diddy had ways of connecting people. The spiritual part of all this, the masonry about, all this stuff goes back far, far, far. And I'm Scottish and I'm also Irish and German.
Okay.
So I come from a background of that. So that does bring in the MK Ultra and I've always been a target. And I say with the cops, it's like I've reached out, and they wouldn't even take reports from me. I mean, I've had a lot of things take place in my life that, it's better off not even to speak about because it's too, it sounds like a movie, but it's really reality. Until the world sees it, does the world see how Hollywood is looking right now? I've been waiting for this. This is the storm for real. People didn't believe it. It was coming.
Exactly.
It's here.
And was that the only time that you saw Adria?
Only just
Yeah. Was that the only time that you saw Adria when she was in the black dress?
Whenever I would see her, it'd either be in a club, it could be in a club at points, because what he would do is he'd send his workers into these clubs to pinpoint.
Okay.
To pinpoint.
Mhm.
That's just an easy way to get extra.
Why?
And then
Who were at those
basically the
clubs?
person unwillingly sell them.
Yeah.
And then even in our school district, they were saying that beware of these white vans and beware of these people that just drive up and say that we have work for you. You want to work? Don't get in the vehicle with that person. Because kids were going missing. Now this was even in the 90s, kids were going missing.
Yeah.
There's books and everything written on this. Where I grew up in Long Island was I don't even want to go back to New York, honestly.
No. Okay.
But,
And Was it different when you went to parties, like the white parties and the club? Was it the same time of trafficking, if we can say?
There's definitely underground tunnels that I remember being there. Dog cages, at times being fed dog food. Some of these rituals, I believe, were actually geared towards, Diddy. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like he has power within that jail cell
Mm-hmm.
because he sold his soul. So
Okay.
once you sell your soul, you're owned and you have a lot of power. But
Mm-hmm.
God's still right there. But we also have the Antichrist, which
Yeah.
So
And
I called it.
why did you create that YouTube channel, Anonymous 777? What was the point of it? What happened to it?
Well, the same people who were going around, continuously putting out the same, situations that I went through. A few years back, I went through a psychosis, and I said a lot of hateful things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I will not lie. Yeah, I did. But when you drag people's family members into this, I think that is wrong, and I think it's wrong with YouTubers that do that. Contact people's family members and get them involved, because sometimes that person might be telling the truth. Now, what happens if that person gets on an interview and their mother starts telling them, let's say, Ali, oh, you're lying, this, you're that, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, she unalives herself.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to feel then? Because you're never going to know what that person truly went through, because the pain that they were going through at that time, and they were trying to reach out, and they were giving that cry for help, not that cry for division. No, we don't want to divide. No, it's about unity. That's
So
what
you
it's
felt
about.
that. So when you went an Anonymous 777, the point was to unify victims. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And then some people, they did not believe your story. What happened?
People that have been dealing with now for almost 2 years, where
Okay.
something happened that took place that really has nothing to do with any of this. I was in the middle of a nervous breakdown, like a psychosis, saying some really off the wall stuff. I was getting on YouTube, and I was, I was altering out, and I have several different alters. So it's like, 1 minute I could be Danny, and Danny is a trained assassin. He was trained in Montauk, from the Gay Ultra branch. So then there's other alters. There's Johnny, there's Danny, there's one that goes by Cyborg, which is like a literal like super soldier, and is made to leave his body, and I leave my body and I go into astral and I do missions in the astral as well. Yes. So
And
a lot of programming stuff, it was used.
I understand. And when you went and talked to Lamisha, did you feel that it helped you bring back memories? Did you feel connected to her? Did it remind you of certain things, the name that she was talking about?
Well, when I first started talking to her, it was before I started talking to her. When we started talking, she said, I pictured you looking, the same way, and how I explained it and whatnot, how I looked, how I kept my hair, and at the time, I was younger then. I mean, and we started talking, and memories started, building up, and that's what happens. And sometimes, I meditate on certain memories to make sure that it is correct. And when I get a really strong gut feeling, I go by my gut. I've always been taught, go by your gut. And it definitely, it's part of me. I'm like, what? Maybe I should have just stayed away from it, and then part of me says, you know what? No. This is 2025. We're going to move different. And people can have their opinions, but people can definitely not be making allegations about me like that, about unaliving people and doing stuff that is not true. Because
are you talking about Donat?
By the way, yeah. Well, he's just a clown. I don't have no respect for him. I think he's a sidestepper. 1 minute you call Ali Carter a liar, but now you want to save the day. No, man, no. It's either or.
And Rocko, can I ask you 2 questions? First, is it okay if Murph asks you a few questions? And is it okay if the chat asks you a few questions? Of course, always respectful. And of course, you can always refuse. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Perfect. Murph, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
So,
just been listening intently. So Rocko, so your earliest memory was being I'm not going to use the full phrase, but I'll just say uncaged at 3.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what was the process of that, if you don't mind me?
Well, it was to split me first because the younger you are, the easier it is to split you. And then what they would do is they would bring you back when you're older, and then they'd put the assassin, programming in, and the also the off switch, all of that stuff. So, and also with phone calls, like they'll train, like if you're out there and you're giving information and they want to call and trigger you into a unalive alter, which means you'll unalive yourself. People have done that. Isaac Happy, definitely. I don't think he did it to himself, but maybe he had a switch go off. I don't know.
So what did they trigger you into doing, if you don't mind me asking?
Animal sacrifice. Also, we were made to us that were involved, and there are a few of us actually. My other friend who remembers, it's basically like once you go through the programming, you become the programmer.
Yeah.
So when you become the programmer, you're doing all the horrible, horrendous, hateful, abusive. You're programming people. And you're not doing it in a fairly nice way at all. But it's like you're looking at these people and you're saying to them, or these kids, other kids. Unfortunately, I was a child when I went through it in the beginning, and the way they treated me in the beginning was basically I still got tortured when I was involved in it when I was a lot older, but I was made to train others.
So was that a trigger in itself? So did they trigger you to train others?
Well, they triggered me to do a lot of different things. The triggers were just placed inside to, set it off if they want to, whatever.
Murph, don't forget to also ask the question in the chat, please. You're doing great. It's beautiful. I love it.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, so Christy is asking, what's the name of the female alter that's in love with Diddy? I don't know.
Well, I actually cut I severed that cord. And I feel much more empowered now. But that alter, the name was Shay. Weird. But it would literally, yes.
Right. Okay.
It was literally like, I think it could have been from the trauma of the rituals as well. And it was a way of him trying to connect with me to, because like I said, with this stuff, you can, spiritually connect with somebody, like voice to skull, psychically, or, you'll hear that voice in your head, or Diddy had many ways of doing things. He's not just somebody who dances around on a stage. That's for sure.
Okay. Next question is from Crystal Evans, if you don't mind answering. Where are these tunnels, and state and county, city, if you have any knowledge of that?
Well, I can tell you, if we were to dig up Montauk, Long Island, New York, it would be the catacombs, like in France, literally, because the experimentation has went on into years and years and years and years and years and years. Like I had an uncle that actually pretty much drank himself to death because of what he went through when he was a kid, and I was warned, but I just kind of went with the flow. I went to school on an air base out in West Hampton. It's called Gabreski National Air Guard Base. At one point in time, I was actually brought on Oprah's private jet. I do not remember much other than seeing her ugly-looking demonic face. But at the time, I didn't know. I thought, oh, this would be cool. My mom allowed it, and I don't remember much of that little trip, that little flight. I don't remember much of it at all.
How old were you at that time?
I was like 7.
About 7.
Young.
Okay. Next question is from Temper. Since you've been empowered, have you contacted the law, or would that incriminate you?
I've been in contact with individuals that I need to be in contact with. I'm working on that. I have a very bad day of PTSD with police officers, in the sense of, I've reached out to them in the past for other things, and they wouldn't even, once you're a target, you're a target. No matter what, you're always going to be targeted.
Can I just say to you, Rocko, that I'm a survivor myself, right? So we're on the same page here. I might not have been through what you're saying that you've been through, and so I do understand where you're coming from with some of this stuff, right? So we're on the same page here. and I'm not against you. It just seems like all of
Mm.
a sudden everybody's coming out at the same time saying the same things, and it just seems like it's just at this one moment in time that everybody's coming out and saying things. And I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm not saying that you're telling the truth. I'm not saying I'm on the fence.
That's
with-
not the point right now. Anyway, the point is really
No,
just
no,
to
no,
get to
no.
know each other.
No,
And
this-
Rocko is not new. Rocko, you have been telling your story for at least 2 years, no? Because you were the anonymous 777.
Yes.
Yeah, no. All I was trying to say is that I wasn't making any allegations against Rocko, and even when I said what I said about being planned, I said
Mhm.
maybe. I said maybe.
Yeah. So let's go back to the question. Do people not have question? Oh,
Yeah,
Judy. Mhm.
So we've got just back in. Could we ask him why he said he will see Jaguare in court? Is he suing her, or is this for something?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You're not gonna
Mm.
drag my name through the ground saying that I'm a pedophile or I'm sorry, pedophile.
Thank you, Rocko. Yes, PDF, please.
Yeah, I understand. And unaliving her son. I don't know her. I don't know any of those people. Like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I just remember her from those rituals, and I feel like she does not want to be honest about it. I feel like that. I just feel that. But you know, what doesn't come out in the wash does eventually come out in the rinse. So
So is that
you
the
know,
only
but
person?
like I said, yeah, I'm definitely.
Is Jack the only person you want to go to court with?
Well, I mean, you know, aside all the other stuff, it's you know, videos and stuff. You know, I didn't have you know, they take your phone, so you know, it's hard to get your own pictures. It's hard. And then you know, people say they have photos of you, or somebody will say, and you never know, you could be getting a Photoshop photo. So it's like you can't trust anyone. And you know, my stuff is based off of a testimony right now.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my, you know, hopefully I can get my records. The foster care system will not give me my records. That's another thing. I even had a foster care agent say that I was never in the foster care system. Yes, I was.
Mm.
I mean, you know, that's another form they traffic in the system. So
How
And
did-
is it?
how- sorry.
Melinda has okay. Melinda has a question. What is it you remember of a Jaguar from the ritual? Which ritual are you talking about exactly?
Can I just throw a question whilst we're waiting?
right now,
Yeah, he's gonna answer that, and then after you can ask the question, Murph.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
I said I'm not gonna answer that.
Perfect. And
That's-
also Murph, go. Thank you, Rocko. No worries.
I was just going to ask Rocko, how did you get out of the situation then?
It became addictive. You know, once, like I said, I had missing time from like 17. It was in the summers where like I don't remember the full summer at all. Like from 17 till I was almost 21. When yes, I did, you know, going to my family members' home because at the time I was, you know, not going and trying to get help and you know, living on the streets at that time, and I had no money, and I went into a family member's house, and that's when I got my sentence, and I did, you know, 4 years total.
Okay.
So you got out
And-
of
My grandpa,
And just to
Yeah.
say hello, Hodel. And you say when were you with Diddy?
when I
For
was
how long?
17, when I was 17, it would probably, I'd say through up until about 2008, so probably up until about 2000 and like the summer of 2007 was the last, because 2008 was when I really went downhill with the drugs, and
Mhm.
was, you know, in violation, you know, of a lot of things. So
Okay.
nothing you have to worry about as far as anything with children and all that stuff. It's just made up lies, fake newspaper articles that have been written on me that Jaguar's been reading, I know, and believing, and it's all screenshotted and it's all been sent to Homeland Security. And I
The
also
article?
reported you, Jack.
The article?
No, what about the article?
What was sent to the Homeland Security? The article?
Oh, I sent them what I needed to send them.
Okay. So your the thing that you're preparing for JAG is with Homeland Security. Is that correct, or can you not confirm?
I cannot confirm.
Okay, I understand.
So Rocko,
And so you stay. When were you 17? What year?
Well, I'm 37 now. I'd like to say around what, 2006, 2007?
Okay. Okay. And you stayed until 2007, end of 2007, because in 2008 you were doing other thing.
Well, towards the end of 2008, I got locked up. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Have you
But
have you been?
I
Have you
was
been
16 when I got out of the foster care system.
Yeah.
Finally, I was in there from 14 to 16, and then from 17, that's when I started finding out about the clubs and friends of mine that I knew from New York already, because that's
Mhm.
where originally I was from. They're like, yeah, we go to the clubs, fake IDs, and I was getting in all the clubs, all of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and
So that's where you
I was
met
hanging
him,
out with the
and
wrong.
Mhm.
Well, I that's where I was coming out of the club. That's where I was
Mhm.
lured into that vehicle. It was a white SUV.
And did you stay with him? Like, where did you live with him, like Misha, or that was
Honestly, if I did, I wouldn't remember. Because like I said, I have all that missing time.
yeah.
I mean, you know,
So what
those
you
are
remember is just really being in different bed.
it's one thing, yes. And then some of the other stuff that's kind of hard to talk about because, like I said, it's stuff that's unbelievable. It's definitely unbelievable. And people are gonna say what they want to say, but
Mhm.
yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna. What's
Rocko,
up?
have you been triggered since you left prison? So you went to prison for that amount of time, and have you been triggered at any point after that?
Oh, absolutely. I I was in the SSP community as well, and Super Soldier community, MK Ultra community. And yeah, I started meeting people that say they remembered me from other things as well. And yeah, there's anger programming too. And then there's all different kinds of programming that can be done. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be free. They definitely want full control over you no matter what way.
Okay.
There's many different things.
Okay, so from what you remember, you don't remember where you lived from 2004 to 2007 near 8. Is that correct?
I was in and out of, like I said, it was like in and out of. It felt like to me it'd be like a in and out of space and time type ordeal. Like
Mm.
Is there a feeling of being? Is that what you're saying?
I'm
What did you
sorry.
say,
repeat that?
Murph?
I was saying, is it a feeling of like that you're not conscious?
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So you were there at different club, and you remember going at a white party where Adria was dressed in black. Is that correct?
A black dress. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It was one of the
And
dancers. Entertainment.
she was one of the entertainment. And what was your role at those party? What were you doing?
Oh,
How were you dressed?
I mean, whatever I wore in the club, I was, and it's weird. I was heavily into his music for a very long time. Growing up, I would even listen to the music, but now it's like I hear the lyrics and I'm like, I can't listen to this no more. I didn't realize what I was listening to at the time.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was one of those kids that would like to dress fancy, go to the clubs, party, and next thing you know, I find myself in situations that sometimes I say I put myself in those situations.
No, you did
But
not. But I understand what you say. So you
I,
would go directly from the club to the white parties. Is that correct?
there'd be a white SUV or there'd be a black SUV. It doesn't matter. And
Doesn't
there
matter.
might have been a male possibly at one time or another. I
Um,
don't
um,
know.
A
But I
male?
do remember seeing Governor there.
Governor who? Rocco, I cannot hear you.
Cuomo.
Okay.
Cuomo.
So I don't know who that is, but I'm sure someone will know. But
Cuomo.
mhm.
So
So basically, you were taken from the club by a SUV. I know that there was that one time that was really significant, but was it all the time the same routine for like 4 years?
Like one person said, it became addictive. It became like an addiction.
To go to
It was
the
almost like I knew to go there. It was like a program almost. Like
Okay.
you're
So
programmed to do it.
so you felt forced by a program to go to those party, and was it always the same process? Because you didn't seem to live with Diddy. So because Lamisha said that she lived with Diddy, so of course she'll be at the party at his house. But you, because you were from the club scene, they would always take you with a black or white SUV to the parties.
To East Hampton, to his house in East Hampton.
Okay.
There is. I remember the underground tunnels, and I do
Yeah.
remember the dog cages.
Okay. So
And
sometimes they would not take you by the SUV. They would take the SUV and go into the tunnel. Is that what you're saying?
I'd be brought through the upstairs to the downstairs, and there'd be an entrance into the tunnels.
Okay, so what do you mean by the downstairs and the upstairs?
There's an upstairs of the house, there's a downstairs, and then there's another part to that. It goes even deeper.
Okay, so they would use the tunnel to get you back into your previous, like, let's say, club. But to go to the party, you would take the SUV. Is that correct?
No. Abuse would happen in the tunnels. That's
Okay.
where I know abuse happening underneath the house. But that usually
Okay.
would be, it'd be late, like witching hour, because all the sacrificial type stuff that takes place.
And when the sacrificial thing would happen, would it be at the same time that after the club, you go to the party, and then after the party, there is the sacrificial?
Rituals would happen all the time, different timings. And there'd be
During the
selected
party.
people. Yeah. Yep. Downstairs.
Mm-hmm. And who did you see at those parties?
What's that? Hold on a second.
Yeah. Murph, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think when he's gonna come back, he's gonna come back. I think he has a call right now. So
We've got
Yeah.
we've got a few questions lined up to ask.
exactly.
It's interesting.
Mhm. Yeah, it's all very interesting. It's interesting the people that are in my chat. I felt that's funny to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't expect Rocko to be on my chat. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Nor
Everybody's
did I.
everybody's
Exactly.
you know that. You're all over the bloody world on YouTube.
I don't know why.
If you're new to the channel, please go and subscribe and like.
Yeah, like the video. Please like the video.
Because we're trying to get Madgie up to 10,000 within the next month.
Yeah, but like the video. That's how we show it in the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't like.
Listen, you've got people coming over here to speak
Mhm.
for free. Do you know what I mean? So you're doing
Where would I have the money to pay for anyone? I'm clearly broke as hell.
but no, you're doing a great job, my love.
It's funny when he talks about donut because it's funny how all of us across the world we can all agree that we hate donut. Maybe that's the destiny of donut to unite us.
I still don't think that he knows that Donut has said that me and him are brothers. That's why I called him my brother.
God, this is freaking like donut is just the worst. Like I heard that he was saying that Rocko was saying that Sean didn't pay him, and that Rocko was saying, oh my God, I was like, just like, dear Lord, man, why are you acting as if you and Rocko have like a communication every day?
But just think of the amount of people, the amount of like big YouTube names that you've had on your channel over the last even couple of weeks, let's say.
Yeah, Auntie, you're right. I can tell Madgie feels safe with you, Murph. Yeah, obviously. Me and Murph adore each other.
Yeah, we're like best mates.
Exactly. If he wouldn't be on my channel every day if I didn't like him.
Why do you think if I want to say hey peeps, then she just drops a link?
Exactly. People don't be, you're so funny. Mhm. But yeah, I think Donut can unite us all into hate of him.
I wouldn't use the word hate because in order to hate, you need to have loved.
True.
Do you know what I mean? I've never loved
Yeah.
him. I'd say dislike.
Yeah.
say I have disdain for the man.
Extreme promotional. Did Rocko just fall asleep? No. We put him on mute because he received the phone call. Hello, Rocko.
Hey, what's up?
Right.
Thank you for being Pat. Yeah.
We've got some questions from the side chat. I'm just scrolling back up to find them. So not that
Yeah,
one.
so we're talking about the tunnel and you being transported from the club to Diddy's party to then being something happening in the tunnels.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Sometimes with the DID, I disassociate myself sometimes. So
Yeah, understandable. And how many? I don't know. That's a personal question, so of course, feel free not to answer. How many altars do you have right now?
I'd rather not speak on that. I don't want to draw them out.
Yeah, I understand. And why did you decide to sever your tie with the female one that was in love with Diddy?
Oh, because it was time. I don't want any part of that. That's demonic. It's not something I want a part of. Anything like that, anything demonic, I want to get rid of. So It took a process. It took a little while.
So I don't know who this person is unless it's the person that I'm thinking of. But Ginger is asking, how did you meet Ariel Mitchell Kidd?
I never met Ariel Mitchell Kidd.
Right. Okay. Well, that answers that one.
Mm-hmm. And in the whole Diddy sphere, everything, who did you meet as YouTubers?
No, I don't know any of these. Like I said, but you know,
Mhm.
Jack, I know all these, you know, these people, and I don't know these people. Like I don't know them. I'm not.
So I am
Like-
French, so I don't know how to say that. So how many of them do you acknowledge? Does your mind are aware? How many of them are you aware of there?
I would rather not talk about it. It seems like that person's trying to pull an altar out of me. I sense I'm very psychically advanced. I know psionic abilities, so just be careful with what you say in the chat.
Yeah, no, the chat will remain polite, of course.
Spirituality is not a game. You know, just because I say I believe in God does not mean I have other gifts. And I'm just looking forward to I came out to talk about my own experiences, and of course, you know, people like to make up their own narratives, and you know, then they like to bring up, you know, the past. You know, always gets thrown in people's faces, and you know, it gets old. It's like a broken, you know, audio tape, just playing over and over and over again. It like literally gives me a headache.
So why are you doing it to Jaguar then?
I never did any. What have I other than saying that I remember her face? You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't you know? She's got to answer that herself if she knows me so well.
So
That's-
you
that's
don't
that.
you would say that you don't know her.
All this stuff, you know. By the way, I was doxxed in your chat. So
You were what?
I was doxxed in your chat.
I am really sorry about this. This was not supposed to happen at all. I'm so sorry.
I wish I knew who that person was because yeah.
Who was it? I'll get rid of them right now.
Yeah.
I just got a message. Just, you know, people listen. They listen. They watch.
Yeah, of course.
You know, my safety. I have other issues as well. You know, I am currently going after the CPS system hard. Like I have already made phone calls. I have already, you know, pressured them, you know, into telling me the truth of what really happened, and they're trying to lie. They're trying to lie. That now I can't get my medical records. I can't get this. I can't get that because you know one of the buildings burned down that held the foster care records. They're saying that should be in a computer system.
Yeah, it should.
I was in their care. That should be in their system, which I was in their care. They were just trying to steal me from my mom, and you know, they put my mom through the ringer. So, but yeah, this is a tough subject. It's a tough subject.
Are you okay to answering questions? Because we don't want to keep putting
Yeah,
questions.
I'm fine. If I don't feel like answering it, I'm just not.
Cool.
Yeah, of course.
At any point, mate, if you don't want to answer the questions, then just say so, and we'll stop asking.
Yep.
But somebody's asking, Melinda's asking if there was a secret doorway to the tunnels.
Well, I mean, you know, I can tell you this right now. If you speak to if you really research Long Island in general, I mean, there's tunnels that go from the jail to this building to that building. They're all throughout Long Island. They're even in Manhattan, underneath Central Park.
But I think the question was specifically in the house.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was all demonic. It was all demonic. You know, upside down crosses. Inverted pentagrams. I remember one time laying down on a pentagram, and it was almost like some type of I don't know if it was a soul swap that was taking place, but something was taking place, and I felt my whole like my astral body leave my actual physical body, and they did some type of chanting and so on and so forth. But it was I think it was they were wearing hoods. I know that much, and yeah, horrible.
Yeah, it is. How many interviews did you do on YouTube?
In regards to this, maybe one so far, and then on here, and then
so I know of Lamisha.
Yeah, I don't. Well, we were just going back and forth, but just speaking about it a while back, and then that happened, and I didn't say it on Sean's show, and I felt bad about that.
But what did you feel bad about?
Well, I didn't mention, names. Like I kind of just, when I was asked, I said, no, I don't. No, I don't. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know how others would feel. It might affect their case, or, certain things like that.
Exactly.
You got to be very careful with that. That's a major no.
Can I just ask, and I don't want you to name any names, I just want to ask a question with just a yes or no answer. Did you come across any celebrity, like kids that were going through the same thing at the same time as you were?
I just remember a lot of kids, and these kids would be in cages, and they would be not fed correctly, and Diddy just had a sick way about himself all the way around.
And was it just Diddy, or were there other people there?
Oh, everybody there. I don't allegedly, we'll say,
Allegedly, yeah.
London was involved in a ritual with me, Diddy, and I don't know who else the other person was. I got like kind of my mind's still fogged there, but somebody had showed me that picture of Lauren London and Diddy, and Lauren London in a yellow coat, and it triggered me. And like I said, people play like they believe in God and all that stuff now, that everybody's getting called into court, getting asked questions. Now they don't want to answer. Now they want to act like they believe in God, or I never was involved in that, or no, yes, you were involved in that. And there's many of them, and they don't want to be honest about it. And I understand why some of them don't want to be honest. When I heard about Little Bow Wow, that was one of my favorite rappers growing up. And I was sitting there and I was like, wow, while I was listening to his music, this, I guess, older woman that Jermaine Dupri, pimped him out to, took advantage of him. And, some other things took place, and it like I said, it seems to become an addiction. Like some people, like Bow Wow at first was talking how he loved the parties. I think that's part of it. It could be a nervous thing, or it could just be a way to just kind of like try to, it happened, and now you're getting ready to expose it or speak on it, or someone else is going to do it.
That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, how many people? I mean, I do remember seeing them in the local area. It was Master P, Snoop Dogg, Little Bow Wow, and Little Romeo. They actually had a house out on the water, on Dune Road in Long Island. But I look at all them people now, and I'm like, wow. When I see the stuff about Snoop, and I see the stuff about these people, I'm just like, some of them, it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. And I stand with Ali.
Okay.
I just don't like the one content creator that did the whole call his mom, get the mother involved, and I mean, first of all, Ali's 31 years old. Okay, the cops are gonna say she can do what she wants to do. She's 31 years old.
Absolutely.
You can't steal her. You understand? That right there is a predatory thing as well, in a sense, to me. So I kind of feel like that mother is guilty and feels guilty of something that she has done.
Okay.
And that's the problem with some of these YouTubers. They bite in to the victim that's coming out and speaking, and they might sound wild, but really, stuff could have been taking place. Because clearly, what did she say? I didn't let my daughter out of the house. I had none of that. You know what I mean? Like, what kid wants to be stuck in the house? What's the real truth? You're separating them from making friends. You're doing all this stuff. You might mess that child's mind up. I can't say that, Ali could be telling the full truth. I never judge. And I'm not going to believe her mother. I'm just not. I find it funny. All these years she's been out there talking, but her mother's now just popping up.
No, but there is a reason behind that, though, Rocko, because we found that out and we've spoken about it. Is because when somebody is supposedly adopted, you're not meant to be able to get in contact with them. And the reason why she got in contact with the person that was interviewing or was doing a piece on Ali was because they put a thumbnail up with a picture of her and her kids as the thumbnail, and her daughter alerted her to it.
Yeah, but yeah, she came on pretty late in the game, and you are pro Ali. You believe Ali, which I absolutely understand, and you remember Ali from the different
We just didn't like
situation.
I don't. It could have been because of maybe something that I was programmed to do to her. I don't. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. If there's a victim out there that knows of me and remembers that I've done something to them, please feel free. Reach out to me. Let me know. That way I can let that rest, because I'm sure I'm no angel. I'm sure I've done some things myself. Not sure. I'm positive I did.
And the parties, or do you mean in general? Because
And the
Jaguar has
parties,
accused you. Okay, perfect. And did Lamisha ever tell you that you did something to her?
I beat her up too. I beat her up too. There was definitely dominatrix stuff going on. Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
Horrible stuff. I mean, like a couple weeks ago, like the trauma sometimes, like psychosomatic. It's like I woke up and literally felt like something just happened, and
mhm.
I was bleeding, and I don't know, that was like, it kind of messed with my head. It kind of messed with my head a little bit. Like, wait a minute, what am I going through? Is this the trauma, coming back,
Mhm.
and it's way of releasing, or what? I don't know. Or is it somebody doing a demonic, spell or something on me? Because I have, I understand that stuff, and it is real.
Okay. Question for you.
Mhm.
Do you know Natanya Rubin?
I don't remember her. No, I don't.
Mhm.
I know of her.
Because Lamisha has been talking a lot about her, and I want to know your opinion about that.
I support Lamisha.
Mhm.
I don't. What she says is what she says. That's her testimony. And you know what I'm saying. I don't. I'm not gonna knock somebody for what they believe, because anything is possible.
Mhm.
The world is corrupt. The world
Yeah.
is corrupt. It's very corrupt. And
But you personally never had any dealing. You never saw her anywhere from your recollection.
no, I don't remember her. No, no.
Okay. And Lamisha has been talking about the fact that she saw Jaguar at different ritual in the forest. Is that the same for you?
In the forest, wearing hoods. They had like hooded. They were hooded. I want to say she had on like devil horns. It looked like, and it was some type of like
Mm.
Baphomet type, ordeal going on there. Because if you
Be-
notice on Diddy, he has that
Mhm.
tattoo of the Baphomet. So
Mm.
he worships that. He wants to be the Antichrist. That's why I said, a lot of people might think that he can't mess with you from a jail cell. You better think again, because there are people that I have had walk-ins. James Casbolt walked into me, and his girlfriend was living with me at the time, and he had said this in an interview to a host one time. I can walk into your body, and I can feel all the love that you feel when you make love to that woman. I can feel it from inside the jail cell. So
Okay. And
him, he was
Mhm.
spiritual like that. So I don't even like
And
calling him spiritual.
I just want to say to the chat, we remain polite. Remember, everyone, we remain polite. Thank you. And Rocco, except Jag and the Hood and the Devil Horn, did you see anyone else? And Diddy, I suppose.
Oh yeah, Diddy was always there.
And was he also dressed in the? Yeah.
He would laugh. He would. You could. I remember his eyes would like literally turn like bright red. Like you're not even looking at a human. Honestly, like
Mm,
I don't categorize him as a human. I don't. I don't.
okay. And except Diddy and Jag, was there anyone else? Were they all dressed the same? Did they all have the devil horn?
A lot of them were wearing hoods. They were wearing these hood, like when I was talking about, inversion. Everything was inverted. Like there's
Oh, okay.
positiveness with, an uninverted pentagram, or, or cross regularly. But when you invert it, and it opens up portals for demons to come in and take full advantage of, an individual or individuals that they're doing the ritual on. A lot of animal sacrifice.
Who was doing the sacrifice? Who was doing the unaliving of animals? Was it Diddy?
I
Was it
remember,
Jag?
I remember doing it.
You did it. So it
I,
was you, Diddy, Jaguar, and other kids, or who was it?
I remember myself doing it. I remember myself doing it and not feeling good about it. Not wanting to do it.
Yeah.
It's something I won't even buy an animal or get an animal, because I'm I'm still working on that healing part where, I don't
Mhm.
snap into an altar, because that's why I say I'm very careful speaking on altars, because when I speak the name of that altar, sometimes that altar will say, okay, you're speaking my name now. Now I'm going to come out and I'm going to introduce myself to everybody. Or, I'm going to get attacked spiritually, and then I'm going to have to shield myself and contact my spiritual advisor. And it's just a painful situation, I mean, it is what it is. I remember what I remember. Jaguare.
You remember Jag, you remember Diddy, you remember, was Lamisha here there at those ritual?
Everything Lamisha said is definitely the truth. It's it.
Why do you think, Rocko, that Lamisha jumped off earlier on?
Mm.
She just, it happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes people get triggered, or I'm not saying that, she jumped off because of me. No,
it just struck me that because you were, and this is just my thoughts. It's just my opinion, and it's not Maggie's or anybody else's. Just struck me that some things that you were saying of like, stop, you're saying this, and I'm telling my story. So if you want to come and debate me on it, then come and debate me on it. And then she jumped up and she jumped back off.
No, she wanted to make about that comment that was made. It wasn't hers calling me a liar. So, you know what I mean? We have shared memory.
No, that's the only reason my question. That's all.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, she might have got triggered. I mean, just talking about this stuff, even if you talk about it over and over and over again, it might trigger more memory. It might trigger. That's the whole thing. Trigger codes. They love it, because if they can hit you with a trigger code, that's it. They'll do what they have to. But I feel like it's coming to an end, and hopefully.
Understand. So it's like you found a kindred spirit. And do you remember Ali in any of those situations?
Yeah, I do remember, getting into physical altercations with her as well. Like Diddy would basically call me, what Misha said, I was like one of his pets.
And is it because of Jaguar being in those ritual that you go after her? Is it because you want to bring her to justice?
Oh, absolutely.
Why her? There were other people that did things to you.
Every one of them.
So you are going after Diddy too.
What I did wrong, if I had to, that's just a part of it, Yeah, a lot were controlled, but
Rocko, have you got your own case going against the diddler?
I'm working on it currently. I'm working on it.
Okay.
I definitely am working on it.
I hope you do. Hope you do.
Well, it's definitely there's a lot of people getting pressured, people getting threats. A lot of things are coming out of nowhere. So, I feel like there's a lot of distraction, and not just with people, just like scenarios of certain people, or they're lying, or they're doing this, and then it creates a fight. And then Diddy's sitting there laughing at all of us while we're fighting. And he's like, well, yeah, the trial, we're just going to keep pushing it back.
And just one more question on that from me, just on that specific subject. If you are trying to file a case against the diddler, because I don't like saying his name because I just hate it. But
Satan, yeah.
Have you got evidence to back your case up? I'm not saying you're lying. That's not what I meant by that. I'm just saying, have you personally got evidence?
The evidence will be shown when the time is right.
No, that's what
no, yeah.
That's a yes or no answer. Have you got evidence to back your claim up? That's all I was asking. Yes or?
I do.
Good. Okay.
And good question from Judy. Did you ever meet Usher?
Not that I can recall. Not that I can recall, but I think that he has a lot to do with Bieber for sure.
I will ask everyone in the chat to stop calling her Lamisha. It clearly is not respectful, and we are a respectful channel. Thank you. Please, Rocko, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It must be painful for her to see that if she's still there. Yeah,
continue. It is painful when you're being called names, and you're a survivor of this stuff, and I get where she's coming from. I definitely do. And had me, I did a video with her, and that's why I spoke about going on
Mhm.
Sean's show and you know, not mentioning the name, and you know, I felt, you know, some kind of way about it, and you know, I even reached out to Sean saying that I'd like for me and Misha to maybe come on his show and
Mhm.
discuss, you know, our experience, and
Yeah.
that would be a good thing there. But
Yeah.
some of the people in the comments I noticed, like that's why I just leave comments off,
Yeah.
because comments are just opinions, but comments have turned into, you know, people do make allegations,
Mhm.
quick to judge somebody.
Yeah.
They don't even really know them, just because of their background. There has to be a reason why they have a background. There has to be a reason why they chose to go hang out with the wrong people. And see, when you have been stolen by the CPS system
Mhm.
and you get out at 16, there's a chance you're going to be very rebellious towards your parents, towards, you understand that kind of stuff. And then you just want to do what you want to do. You want to be the adult. You want to grow up. So you're going to do whatever. You're going to hang out with the adults. You're going to go get fake IDs. You're going to party. You're going to do all kinds of things.
Exactly.
My mom said to me, she said, one day you're going to wake up and realize something in you, you know, you've done something in your life that is going to haunt you in a way. And that's definitely the truth. I, I didn't think that at all. It became habit forming. Like I said, that's the whole thing. Once you're groomed in, like you're there.
Why would you want why would you want Lamisha, you and Sean to all sit together? Do you want to talk about your shared memories or talk about how you're being treated in the YouTube sphere?
Real speak about the memories
Mm.
as well as, you know, the other stuff. Definitely. I feel it would be a good thing.
What's the other stuff? What's the other stuff? Okay.
Well, there's plenty of stuff, man. I mean,
Yeah, I know, but I'm asking so that people can get a taste of what you're going to be offering.
Exactly. We want to understand you.
well, mine and Misha's shared experiences.
Mm. What type of, I know about the ritual. I suppose both of you were there. I know that she basically, the first time, I don't know about the other time, but I know the first time she was the one who, made you go into the SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yes.
there other experiences that you both remember together or that you help each other like remember?
Mm.
If you're
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable speaking on that right now.
That's okay, Rocco.
Yeah.
So what would you be comfortable speaking about in your relationship to Lamisha?
My relationship. What do you mean, my relationship?
I don't know how to say it in French. Is that in English? It's so complicated. I'm French.
Yeah, no, a relationship it could be friendship. It could be
Exactly.
any kind of relationship. Like
Yeah.
with-
You're bounding your
Well, we try to keep it. You know, you don't want to trauma bond. You definitely don't want to trauma bond. It's very unhealthy to trauma bond. You know, other than that, yeah, we're speaking to one another. We're trying to help one another. You know, and as far as other other victims that might remember, you know, some of the things that we have spoken about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. It's just they got to be willing to come out and want to talk about it. It's
That's
not.
true.
It's not easy.
Do you know the mess about Yellow Busy? That's the name I keep on hearing from her, from a lot of people. Do you know Yellow Busy? Who is that?
The rapper.
I think so. They keep on. It seems like Lamisha may have like a connection to him.
I don't believe she has a connection to him. I just believe that I'm not going to speak on that because that's her business. But you know, I do know that there was a point in time that his crew was up in her neighborhood, and yeah, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's something you got to be very careful about.
Of course.
Some people know people, and they might say something, and somebody might get seriously hurt for no. You know what I'm saying? Like why?
Exactly.
Why do that? Why? Why do that?
I was asking because Adria was saying in one of her videos that the boyfriend of Lamisha threatened her with a pow pow because she was talking about Yellow Busy. And do you have that vibe from the boyfriend? Does he seem like someone that would do something like that?
I don't get into people's personal lives.
So you have never talked to the boyfriend?
No. I think that, you know, people make up stuff, you know, sometimes just to get, you know, certain things going. All right, that was nothing. Just somebody
Okay.
calling. I get calls. Oh, oh man. I don't want. See, I don't want. I never did that stuff. You know, as far as calling Jaguar, and now Donuts is saying me. Oh man, I didn't even hear it yet. So
Rocko,
as far as
Rocko, do you know that Donut said that me and you are brothers? He actually physically said that on his live.
I think he goes a little too out of his way and opens his mouth. And one day you're going to catch flies, boy. I'm telling you that right now. One day you're going to catch flies. You're going to say something about somebody, and they're going to run up into you in an airport or something. And then what are you going to say? Hold on a second. Let me turn my YouTube on. No. No.
So I would say that Donut is one of the YouTubers you dislike.
I don't like him now because I've never said anything wrong about him, and he's you know, just going on about me not knowing me. You know,
Yeah,
that
he says that you send him text.
I never sent him text. I don't talk.
Yeah,
to that.
he said he sends you send him text about Sean Atwood or something like that.
Donut.
Yeah.
Never.
He said,
I don't know that man. I don't want to know that man. And take your fake Hollywood script and shove it.
he said that
Mr. Hollywood over there. Oh yeah, I need $2,000. Oh yeah, but you thought, what, man? Go on with yourself for real, man, and keep my name clean in your mouth.
he said that
You'll be next. You'll be next, Mr. Hollywood. Since you're Hollywood, you probably got money in your pocket there, boy.
he said me and you are brothers, and we both got a certain disease which I won't name because I don't think it's YouTube.
Oh wow, Mister, you talk about HIV day, you know, and all that stuff, you know, and now you're going to start. That's a good one. That's a good one. You definitely will be getting hit with a cease and desist there. Donuts, no nuts, and I will be seeing you in the courtroom. I will. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man is special.
I'm just letting you know.
Special. You're special. You're special. You act tough. You're not tough. You're a gangster behind the screen. That's all you are. But one minute you want to play one side, then you want to play the other side. I don't think so. Not with me.
So someone is asking this in the chat. So you didn't talk with him, but he offered you 10K. What did they mean by
No,
that?
I never got no offers or anything from that. I don't know what these people are making up. I don't know what. I'd like to know, first of all, somebody in the chat, since you got all these answers or how you know this and know that, what's my actual phone number?
Oh no, it's because
nobody has my actual phone number, and it's not connected to my phone number. And there are no texts on my phone right now between me and Donut.
Yep.
Okay. Steven is the only person I talk to. As far as the Sean, you know, when I got connected with Sean, he's a host.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
all I talk to.
Shane, but not Steven. Shane, right?
Shane, Paul, yeah, Shane. Yeah, he's been very respectful.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That is always is.
Yeah, yes. Shane's a good like.
Yeah, we're all connected to the Sean Atwood universe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. Even people that are SSP, I noticed.
Yeah. So that would be, I think it could be interesting for you to talk with anyone with Lamisha about your common memories. But what I wonder is why you don't see. Did you see also Justin Bieber? Because like I said, she talked a lot about Natanya. Who do you have in common except Diddy and Jaguar?
I said Lauren London.
Who is Alora?
Lauren London he was close with Diddy, and I believe that she had something to do possibly with something. And I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, I definitely believe so. And her and Diddy were close; they were very close.
But you can't physically or should I say mentally remember being close to any other celebrity hits at the time.
No, I don't recall. No.
Right. Okay.
Not at the moment. I don't. But you know, things can change.
Can I ask if you and this is a personal question, so please feel free to deny to answer it, but whether you're having therapy to try and get these memories out?
I'm working on getting with a therapist, but I need to get with a therapist that possibly does like EMDR.
Yeah.
I don't really trust hypnosis because, you know, I've done hypnosis a few different times, and sometimes the other person can be in control while you're under. And they can actually, you know, mess with your thoughts and put things in your head and make you believe that this happened, but it really didn't happen. So hypnosis, it's a trick in the book. There's a lot of people that can do it. I have somebody that can put me under with just speaking words. Like it's the monotone in his voice, it's the sound, it's the frequency, it's the spiritual connection. And then when I'm under, it's like I come right out of it really fast. Like I just break out of it.
Yeah, EMDR is. I don't know whether you know or not, but I work in psychology. Right?
EMDR,
Yeah, so EMDR is going to bring those things out, if anything will.
light therapy, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that would be very interesting. I want to do EMDR. I really do. I'm not, you know, I want to heal as much as possible, but I know it's a lifetime process. That's the whole thing. It will healing will, and
you'd be surprised with EMDR. It brings things out quite quickly.
this is what I've been told.
So yeah, so long as you're willing and you're cognitively apparent to it, then it works really, really well.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I've heard from other people that they've done it, and some people they got really traumatized. Like, not, I mean, they had to work through it, but they said it was not what they thought it was going to be. They said it was more intense to them than hypnosis.
I know it's very intense. I'm not saying it's not intense at all. It's really intense, but it goes to your subconscious as opposed to your conscious.
Right.
So it's like having a filing cabinet in the back of your mind and locking that filing cabinet and throwing away the key. And when you have stuff like EMDR, you pick up the key, you find the key, you put it in the filing cabinet, and you open it, and it just releases and it floods into your brain. And it means that you can then release it, because then you can go on to have further therapy to be able to process those memories that have just come back to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking into. Unfortunately, you know, the state and trying to get into, you know, therapy and stuff like that at times can be very hard, especially with waiting lists, and so many people are wanting therapy. It's like you could be on a 3-month waiting list. I'm still on a waiting list to speak with an EMDR therapist.
Yeah.
But they told me and said that it's not going to be an easy process. They did say that.
Did you ever meet Jennifer Lopez?
Actually, I've seen her. They were gonna actually, her and Diddy, I think at one point, I don't know if it was the early 2000s or the I don't know what date, but Diddy was building a house literally up the street from my grandparents in Quogue, Long Island, New York, which is a very rich town. And I think whatever him and something happened with him and J-Lo, I guess, and then he ended up just not even getting the house, finishing, just went to crap. Like somebody else bought it, and I think his house in the Hamptons is still, the other house, the East Hampton house, is still up for sale. But who would want to buy that house? I mean, I wouldn't.
So when you say it was close to your grandparent, is it because your grandparents have a lot of money?
Yes. My
okay.
grandfather owns an estate. Yep.
Okay, understand. And so you saw Jennifer Lopez around.
I've seen all kinds of stars around. Michael J. Fox, I've seen around. Like I said, I saw Bow Wow. I've seen quite a few people. I even seen Crazy, the movie Kids. I saw a bunch of those kids that played in that movie. But a lot of those kids in that movie, ironically, they ended up dying from a serious topic that we have, like you were saying about me and Merck.
Exactly.
That kid was literally going around and giving it to everybody, and not telling, not saying he had it.
Wow.
And that's I take that stuff very seriously, because I have fake receipts that people have made stating that I am, and they use the black web. That's what they do. They use the dark web, and they create these fake receipts. And when they create these fake receipts, they look so real that other YouTubers are going to believe it. But my question to Donuts would be, how do you know? Why would you even go and say that I have that disease and you don't even know me? Are you racist? Is that your problem? Are you racist? I do pick that energy up.
Sincerely, Donut hates everyone. I can give him that. He hates everyone.
Oh, I know. He's miserable. I hear him.
Exactly.
He gives me a headache.
He hates himself.
Just a hateful little man that will continue to be racist, sexist, and all the is you can think about, because he is a POS.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. You better be careful with putting homie CC's name out the side of your mouth the way you do, boy. I'm telling you that right now. Offset ain't playing with you. You saw what happened with Loose Cannon and going on up there to Whack One or not where Whack 100 and all them hang out. No Jumper. You saw what Adam did. You know, like it's getting real. You know, people are getting real tired of stuff. You know, but I would not be messing with that boy, homie CC. I would not. I would look into his resume before you start messing around.
Yeah. Did you ever meet Big Homie CC?
I never have, but I have respect for him out of the fact that he is a bodyguard. I don't care what anybody says. They call him this, they call him that. They call him, you know, just because he came out and said Busta Rhymes. I mean, yeah, even as me as a child, I never really even seen Busta Rhymes around women like that, honestly. Like, I mean, he is. You know, homie CC said it. I mean, you can't
Did
make
you
up.
ever have any contact with Busta Rhymes? Did you see him
No.
around?
No, thank God I didn't.
Did
I
you
would-
have any intercourse, let's say, with other people than Diddy in those parties?
I mean, of course, there were children, you know, made to, you know, have, you know, or you'd be sold, or you'd be auctioned, or you'd be, like they say, it's no different. You know, and even, you know, they bet on the fights too. I remember, you know, that's another thing. It's all about money. That's it, money.
So
It
it would
is.
be more about abusing other kids, like you would abuse each other, and they would watch for their
And
entertainment.
laugh and laugh. You know, that they would laugh. They think it's funny. That's why I said, you know, what wasn't caught on camera. You know,
Exactly.
you think they sat in the woods is just to do a ritual and video a ritual? If that was the case, which there is videos on YouTube of Long Island, New York, where a friend of mine walked into almost the middle of a ritual and the girl was screaming on the video recording. He got up, jumped up, and ran. He ran. And this is an abandoned building in the middle of Montauk, deep in the woods. It's by the name of Shadmore Park. And they go there and they do rituals. And a lot of there's SWAT stickers, there's you know, a lot of stuff goes back to, you know, the bloodlines, Germans, you know, the Rough Riders were brought out to Montauk at one point. I mean, there's so much research, and they created the underground, you know, laboratories, and they do it. They still do it, and they create literal Manchurian candidates. And it's kind of like Split, when he would act like he was one person, you know, and then he act like he was another, and then an evil part came out at the end.
Yeah.
That evil part, you know.
So in those party, you mostly when you saw, let's say, Adria and the black dress. After that party, where you were mostly, I imagine, looking into the party, not really participating. Was that then you were made to hurt each other?
All different events, different times. Like I said, they try to make you forget the actual timing. So the drugs would do that, and it would work very well. And you know, I remember it also being, you know, taken into the middle of the woods and then waking up in the middle of the woods, but not knowing how I got there. That kind of stuff too. You know what I mean? To just dump you off. Like, oh, we had fun with you last night. Now lay in the woods and wake up here, and no, you don't remember anything. So why I never went to the cops? Diddy always would tell me, you go to the cops. That's it. That's it. It's done.
Okay, I understand.
And you know, that's just how they are. That's how they are.
I
Okay, I
need to
understand.
speak about folks. I'm just going to say, nice to meet you, Rocko, and nice to chat with you. And always, Madgie, you've been awesome.
Merci, Murph. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
So yeah, Rocko, when did you get back into contact with Lamisha?
It was I want to say the day before yesterday. It was that guilt. There was that guilt feeling of not saying, you know, that I remembered her and I had, you know, said what I said on the Sean show, and you know, she wasn't.
What did you say on the Sean show?
I said exactly what I was. You know, what I said was, it was a blonde wig, which it was. She had a blonde wig on. Diddy would do that too. You know, Diddy liked, you know, a lot of people are like, why would Diddy want a white, come on. I mean, Justin Bieber, I mean, those other party goers that weren't even famous. I mean, coming out, that 10-year-old kid coming out. I mean, how many more people got to come out to realize that this is Satan himself? Lucifer. Lucifer.
No, Diddy's penis doesn't discriminate. Okay, so that's for sure.
No. And he's a kid trapped in a grown man's body, but demonically. Yeah, he's I've spoken with people before social media has even existed. And the stuff that they've told me that they witnessed with him was horrendous. Like
So
that.
when you
um,
decided to go back into contact with Lamisha because you actually remembered her and you felt bad because you said that she had a blonde wig on the Sean Atwood channel?
No, I felt bad that I didn't explain that that was her. You see what
Oh,
I'm saying? I didn't say her name because he asked me, "Do I know Misha?" And I said no, no. And then
oh,
and, you know, same thing. But no, me and Jaguar obviously are not in a good situation. Apparently, I mean, you know, apparently I'm making phone calls and doing all this stuff that is
yeah.
not listening. But you know, it's not true. That's not true.
But it could have been one of those periods because you do say that you have fragmented memories.
No, I would remember that. I would remember that. That's like Donut saying he offered me 10K and all that. I never spoke to those people. I never spoke to Payne. I never spoke to Sean Davy Waynes. You know, and Jaguar keeps putting these people's names in her mouth, and they're getting tired of it. They're getting sick and tired of it. A lie after lie after lie after lie. All I've heard is some of these people have tried to help her, and she's done nothing but spit in their face.
How do you know this?
Because I watch from the background. I don't
Okay.
comment on every channel. I mean,
Okay.
I watch T2, I watch, you know, different shows. I mean, hey,
Mm.
you know, you try to keep your mind off of certain things, and then, you know, you hear certain things. And I started getting messages from people that Jaguar was on channel saying that I'm going to unalive her and all this stuff, but using my real name, not even using my real name. Now that is like, I don't understand where people don't, that is not opinion. That is not freedom of speech. That is an allegation that needs to be proven.
Okay.
I'd like to know what phone number, because I don't use other phone numbers. I use one phone number.
Mhm.
I don't know who that was that said, I don't even know the other person she was talking about. What
Yeah.
Tasha, I don't know who it was.
Tasha Key, I think. But so you did you watch 82. Who else do you watch? Sean Davy Way. Who else do you watch?
I just switch back and forth sometimes because it's just
Mm.
it seems like Jag is drama. It's just it's the drama.
Mm.
So much drama. It's this one's doing this to her. She's the, you know, the victim. But really, okay, yeah, maybe you were victimized and things happen to you, but remember there are other victims out there too that you took part in doing stuff to as well. And you know, all that stuff. I mean, and I believe Valley Carter. I believe it because I've been in the foster care system and I know what certain, you know, things are like when it comes to that, or even having a mother that's, you know, like that. Maybe, you know, mother's not being 100% honest.
Yeah.
Which I don't
And
think
did you ever see Jay-Z in one of those rituals?
I seen Jay-Z at a table with Diddy, and Drake was also there, and they were doing like sort of the handshake where you go up and over. It's more like the Mason handshake. It's a handshake. They handshake differently. They do different signs. All those signs, like Lil Wayne with the, you know, the cigar and or joint or whatever, and then his two fingers hold to his head, or like you take your hand and go across your throat, like that's means something else. And the quiet sign and the covering one eye and all this stuff, even down to Fauci taking his hand and shoving it into his coat and pulling it out a certain way, it goes back. So they're all in it. They're all in it. Every single one. It's not, and that's what worries me. You know, the government is not here to help us.
So your fight is mostly with, let's say, Diddy. You remember a lot Jag. You remember Misha. You remember Ali. You remember seeing Jay-Z and Drake doing a handshake. You remember Bow Wow, and you remember the fight between the kids. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you want to go after Jag and after Diddy
Oh yeah. And whoever else.
that does defamation against you. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And when you went back to contact Lamisha, did you also try to contact Adria?
I message her from time to time and say hi, and you know, hope she's doing well. And I don't do that, you know, bothering people type stuff. That's not, it's not a good thing to do. Everybody has their own way of dealing with trauma.
Yep.
I'm trying to find. Yeah.
Did she ever answer you?
Who? Yeah, I've spoken with her.
Adria? Okay. Does she remember you?
I said I remember her, and I said, "Do I look familiar?" And she said, "Yes, I do look familiar."
But you know, Adria is in contact with Courtney Burgess, so maybe he can help you. Do you believe Courtney Burgess?
What about Courtney?
Yeah, do you believe him?
I've heard him. He's definitely telling the truth.
Did you ever see or hear about the book that he says that is the last word of Kim Porter?
No, I don't follow it like that. I just know that there was a book.
So what do you believe that Courtney is telling the truth about?
I just feel that people, poke at him a lot, and don't give him enough credit where credit is due. And as far as the other stuff and what people decide to do, and with marketing, I mean, oh, here we go. Hold on. Let's see. That's it.
Now that's when they did the weird sign.
Nice.
I see.
Right there, Ann.
Were you there?
Was I?
Were you there?
Jag would know.
So was Jack there?
Yeah, of course. Oh man.
So what was that? Was that like a party, an award? What was that?
No comment.
Okay, perfect. And when you say that you talk to Adria, have you ever been on her channel?
I tried, like I said, when it comes to survivors, it's sometimes hard for a lot of survivors to get on a channel together and talk together, because the feelings and the emotions that might come up if that person sees that person or remembers something and it comes up out of nowhere, this can cause arguments. Like I said, it divide, and they're getting what they want. They want us to divide so they can conquer us. That's it. And I do remember Ali saying something about how Diddy, there's no touching him in a sense. Like there's no, something about it. He's very powerful, very, very powerful. I hope that's different this time. But I mean, look what they gave Jesselyn Maxwell, 20 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
That, and then I don't even think she's from this country. So she had to go. They could have extradited her back to wherever she's from. And when you get extradited, a lot of times when you get back to your own home country where you're originally from, they release you. They release you. They don't put you in jail. You get to walk. They don't.
It's
So,
crazy.
It's
Do you
sad.
remember? Do you remember how many times you were taken from the club to go to the Diddy party?
Well, I used to go to CPIs every Friday, Saturday. In the summertime, I'd be there all the time. And I hung out with a group of people that's all we did was go to clubs. I mean, Bordy Barn. I mean, they had dollar Bud Lights, Budweisers. I mean, it was. I like to get trashed. Keep it real. I mean, and like I said, it became a control thing. And I think how it became a control thing is the groomer as a way of switching certain things. Maybe he would use a female at one time to blur, then he would use a male another time.
Okay.
He kind of has you programmed into his web.
Do you remember how you were lured the first time?
That
By
was-
Misha, like what did she do?
She said, there's somebody that wants to meet you. He thinks you're cute. And I was like, she said, yeah, P. Diddy. Wait a minute, but, and I was thinking to myself, but I was already hammered. I was just going out for a cigarette, and for opportunity, she opened the back door. I got in. I was talking a lot.
She just told you, yo, come meet P. Diddy, and you believed her, or did she try to did she
It was
call P. Diddy?
of course I'm a male, so I
Yeah.
see a female. Oh wow, they're inviting me to a party. Maybe this is gonna be fun, not just some place where we're gonna go and freak off on, and wake up. I mean,
Okay,
next
so
to-
you thought she was hot, and you thought you were gonna have something with Misha.
that's what my mind was telling me.
Okay, and then because you thought you were gonna get lucky with Misha, that is how you got lured.
That's the lure. That's how the lure goes. Send a pretty girl.
Mhm.
So to me, it's like kind of like Diddy would have what they call sex kittens.
Yeah.
Sex kittens
Mm-hmm.
that literally are sent out to, lure, people.
Yeah, exactly.
Even like 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, you know what I mean? And there were even club nights where there were teen nights and kids were going missing. So think about that. Teen night, they probably came out of the club, they got their hands on some type of, substance, alcohol or something, and something could happen there too. You never know. But I never went to
Okay.
teen night. I went with the adults because I knew
Mm-hmm.
quite a few, people. So my
Okay, so
friend,
she lured you with the promise of some fun together,
no,
and
no,
then
Diddy, he said would want to meet you, and and he wants you to
But
come.
why did you believe her though?
I can't say why, and it's just one of those things that like I said, you make decisions sometimes that it can hurt you. It can cause you trauma for the rest of your life. And I every time
Hello,
it's
Jack.
suppress.
So yeah, remember everyone, I want politeness and no screaming. Is that okay with everyone, Rocko, Jack?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
great. I'm great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And hello, Justy, if you want to come in, you can come, but we're probably going to be more in the background.
I just wanted to acknowledge what I just witnessed. So apparently, after Lamisha Fuller dropped down from here, she instantly went and struck up a live with StreamYard on the free plan for the first time today, with a Cash App up, and she is trashing your platform. And apparently, she's been calling Rocko while he's here with you, coaching him and telling him things to say. What I don't
Jack,
like
ain't
is when
nobody
people
could
try to
do
be
Jack.
slick about
Nobody could do nothing.
building their channels.
Rocko, please
off
just
of
wait, and
other
after
people.
you
I
can
mean,
answer.
I just wanted to let you know that that's what's going on. I was literally sitting here watching the playback of whatever that is she's over there doing. These people are all sick. They are. I'm sure they're all victims of. I don't know what else other than a Walmart parking lot on I-20. But these people are sick anyhow. And at this point in time, I just wanted to let you know I don't need no answers. I ain't got no questions. I'm acknowledged. That's all.
You're breaking up, Jack. You're breaking up.
Yeah, I'm on the move.
So, Rocko, what do you answer
I've
to the
had
fact
different-
that Lamisha is coaching you?
She's not me. She's not coaching me. She's not. Now, come on. And somebody said that she's blocked over here.
Not by me.
She was blocked over here.
Is that why is she on her channel talking about me negatively, Rocko? I thought we were getting a good conversation in.
I'm not. I don't know anything about her on the channel talking about that. I'm just sitting here. I'm talking to you.
Let me inform you. Yeah, you're on her while you're texting back and forth with her. Hold on a
Mhm.
second. Wait a minute.
So she's saying on her channel, Jack, you're breaking up so bad.
Bullshit. No. I don't know what to say about that. I told him to get off the phone with her.
Mm. So yeah, she's saying that she told you to get off the phone with me. So what is happening with Lamisha and you, Rocko?
Ain't nothing happening. I guess it's triggering. This stuff can be triggering. Maybe it's a something with trauma. I don't know. I'm not gonna get mad at her because she wants to go on a public platform. That's up to her.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
But is she blowing up your phone?
No, she's not blowing my phone up. No.
And is she telling you to tell me some things? And what would be the
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Because I don't understand your relationship with Lamisha and why she would be mad that she would be here. At the end of the day, it was your choice to come on.
No, I just got on here to clear the air. You understand?
Exactly.
That's all I did. I want to clear the air and
Mm-hmm.
let especially Murph, because I don't want him thinking differently. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling the truth. I'm right here saying it.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. People could say that Misha's coaching me all they want. She's not coaching me. Look, why would I lie about this? Why would I lie about it? No. That money thing and all that. You know what I mean? Like, no. And Sean Atwood said I was traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is on the Sean Atwood show, he wanted my whole life story
Mm-hmm.
at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I never really got to get in the nitty gritty of the Diddy. You understand? No
Mhm.
Diddy. Anyways, that's that. You know what I mean? That is that. You know.
And how does it make
And
you feel, Rocko, the fact that Lamisha is saying that you should get off the life with me? How does that make you feel?
listen, maybe she feels some type of way. I don't know.
But how does that make you feel?
Can't answer that. But that it doesn't make me feel any kind of way. You know, I'm a grown adult, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, we can cut that conversation completely out if that's what she wants. You know what I mean? I respect that. You know, if it's bringing up trauma or whatever it is, you know, I get that. I get that. But she's not lying. People are gonna see.
But why?
People are gonna see.
Why would she be triggered
telling
if you're
you
talking
now.
to me?
It could be something to do with, you know, Jaguare. Or it could be something, you know what I mean? Like that right there.
But all of you must
You
be
know.
aware that I am pro Jaguar, right? But you still want to talk to me.
Well, no, see, no, I'm pro nobody. I'm pro survivors.
Okay.
Point blank with an S. We'll put survivors, all capitals. That's what we'll do that because this is not just a Diddy problem. But the funny thing is Diddy was tied in with these carpenters and I can go into that story a little bit. My friend's father was asked by Diddy to build tunnel-like, demonic-like things. Okay.
Your
You know
father was involved with Diddy?
You know what he told him? I don't want your money. I am gone. I'm gone. And he said when he got locked up, I knew something was dark and sinister about that man. So
hello, Jaguar is back, Rocko, just to tell you.
it's the yeah.
So your father had a relationship with the
No, not my father. A friend of mine.
Okay.
Her father.
Okay.
Not really a relationship. It wasn't long at all. Like, you know, and everybody in the Hamptons couldn't stand him, and they couldn't, except for the police.
Okay.
You know, the judges. They all gave it to him. Like I said, how many unalives are in the water?
Jack, can you hear? Jack, can you hear? Can you talk?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me? Is my reception better?
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Jesus, why does this girl get on camera looking like this?
She is like taking this piece of shell, you know, and she's talking about the cardboard piece of the piece in the oven and stuff, and she's all like, she's trying to eat the piece, and I'm like, yeah, what? And then she, when they don't do what she wants to do, get it right.
What is she saying?
This girl is like, they're literally sitting over here spouting hate about your channel, making threats about your channel, telling all kinds of lies. And, you know, Rocko's all in for it. I do got one question that I would like to know. Why are you here, Rocko?
Why are you here?
Like, really?
What do you mean, like, really? Like, what? Like, you just said all that
Wouldn't you feel
stuff.
more comfortable working with your accomplice?
My accomplice? Who's my accomplice?
Let me just
Who's my accomplice? Oh, man. Y'all need, but I have no reason to lie about this, Jag. I have no
Yes,
reason
you
to
do. You
lie.
have every reason to lie about it.
No,
Every reason.
no, I don't have any reason. No.
I have three questions to ask you. Please answer them honestly. Number one, you say you're from Sussex County?
Sussex?
Yeah.
No, it's Suffolk, which is Long Island, which the Hamptons is not far from Suffolk.
What county is the Hamptons in?
It's not in a county. It's called the End.
It's called the End?
Montauk.
No, I know about
the End is
Montauk.
Montauk.
Montauk and the Hamptons ain't the same
What do you
thing.
know about Montauk?
Either Montauk is a completely different community. As a matter of fact, Montauk is probably almost as exclusively owned as Stratmere is on the Jersey coast, not far outside of Ocean City. I got friends that own property in all of those places. What's your father's name? What's your father's name?
I'm not going to give you my father's name.
Why not? Lamisha's over there talking about your daddy right now.
Well, that's fine. I'll address that, you know.
Why don't you want to tell us about your father? Why are you letting a woman who's a known and disgraced liar talk about your family? Why aren't you doing it?
Number one, she's not a disgraced liar.
Yes, she is. Oh, she is definitely disgraced, and she is definitely a liar.
No. I understand altars. That's number one. And they can pop in and they can pop out.
So you're telling me
And
that when she's over there spouting all that crazy stuff that she's visiting with one of her altars. So now you're saying that she has DID?
yes, absolutely.
Really? When was she diagnosed with that?
I feel that that's what she has, and it's definitely.
No,
what
I
she
didn't ask
has.
you what you felt. I asked you what her
Well, I
diagnosis
don't
was.
know. I don't know the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Then you just
you
said,
know,
you
and
said that there's an
hopefully-
altar popping out. You want to know what I find funny?
Yeah,
People who
I
have
know about
dissociative,
the altar, but
people
I'm trying
who
to say
have
to you.
people who have dissociative identity disorder, they can't tell you about their altars at all.
Yes, they can. Yes,
So
they
can't,
can.
not unless they've
Yeah,
been fully
come on
integrated.
now.
Not unless,
Jack,
they-
come on
not,
now.
unless, not unless they've been fully integrated. Have you been fully integrated?
I can't speak on my levels of intelligence.
No,
so.
the only way someone with DID can have absolute awareness of all of their altars is if they've been fully integrated. See, altars are set up to make sure.
Jack, they
Altars
can
are
pop
set up
out
to make sure.
anytime. They can pop out. And,
Understand this: the only way a person can experience being inhabited by an altar is when they haven't been integrated. Once you've been integrated, it's not possible anymore.
well, no, I don't. I don't.
Science backs me.
Well, it'll be wrong too.
Science is wrong.
How about Chet Hanks with the symbol on his chest, right?
Are you talking about from that movie that he did, or from the television series that he did?
I'm talking about the TikTok video.
Will you do yourself a favor?
The TikTok video.
Stop insulting intelligent people's intelligence.
Look. First of all, don't. Because science is not all. So, you know, science is too.
Tell me something. When's the first time you actually did a hit in one of your assassin roles?
I don't have any reason to inform you of that. I am a high level.
Then how many jobs have you done?
That's none of your business. How many jobs I've done.
You want to know what I find interesting? Every hitman that I ever know that has ever come out and said they were a hitman had absolutely no problem with sharing their hits.
Well, that's good for them, and they incriminate themselves.
No,
too,
because
so.
they've already had deals for what they've done, and they've been cleared for what they've done, or served time for what they've done. My question is it safe for us to even talk to you at all, considering that right now everything you're saying is kind of proving that you're still highly mentally unstable? I mean, this could be considered technically.
Define mentally unstable. Excuse me?
If you're as sick as you're saying you are, technically what we're doing could be considered abuse, because we're not, the only person here that has a background is Murph, and he hasn't questioned your diagnosis or anything. But after what I just witnessed with Lanisha and everything you're saying to me right now, I'm questioning it. I don't think you're well enough to be doing this online. Matter of fact, I think you should go and get help. Because if you're saying that you can identify all of your altars, you're saying that you have definitely done hits. You're saying that you have all of these things going on, but you're talking like you're not integrated.
I don't answer that.
This is all very troubling, Rocko.
What's troubling is you had the audacity to jump up on here and say that I had conversations with people and I texted this one and I threatened your son, and I don't even fucking know any of your kids' names.
That's what happened.
Listen, look. Now you're really pulling it out of me. Now you're fucking pulling it out of me. Listen,
Okay,
listen,
Jack,
listen to me.
Jack, please, Jack, please
Keep my
let
fucking
him
name
speak.
out of your mouth.
Please let him speak. Rocko, please calm down and please answer.
Don't bring it out of me, Jack. Don't bring it out of me.
Calm down, please.
Oh, and trust me, I can't wait for that She Diddy. Woo-wee. Oh, yeah,
What?
absolutely.
Yeah, you can't wait for that She Diddy.
Because you know what? It is what it is.
Ain't nothing like a
Laugh here and there is okay, You can laugh here and there. That's fine with me. It's fine with me. I'm just making a point of, hey, it is what it is. How many people are on the internet doing other horrible things? How many kids are getting sold on TikTok? How many kids are in these foster homes? How many kids might be in my neighborhood in a foster home, locked in the basement, chained to the floor? That's how serious this stuff gets. So if you want to go there with me, we can go there.
When did
I got my foot on your throat, Jack. I got my foot on your throat. Don't hit me. I'm telling you, I'm already going to hit you with a cease and desist. And then I'm also going to.
When did your dad sell you to the Russians? How old were you? How old were you when your father sold you to the Russians, allegedly?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
How old were you? Allegedly,
I
how
don't
old were
know
you
what
when
you're
your father sold you to the Russians?
I'm not answering anything that doesn't make any bit of damn sense. Is what I'm saying.
Why are you saying that, Jack? Did someone say that about him?
There's been some information.
Okay, who's this information? Because that's what I'd like to know. Because, you know,
I mean, I think we could get it all cleared up if you could just tell us about your dad.
no, I'm not going to tell you about my dad. I'm just not going to do that. I don't do that. No.
I mean, considering what I've heard he's done to you, I wouldn't want to talk about him either. It really was unfair. It really wasn't your fault that you ended up with the family. Man, that bad. That would almost suggest you did something really bad in the last life, but it's still not your fault. You realize no matter what you do, it's not going to change anything between you and him. He sees you the way he sees you, and that's never going to change. And the truth is, his pride just probably means more to him than your wellness or happiness. So, you know, you have my prayers. I feel sorry for you. To have a father that hates you more than you hate yourself, that's wild.
Rocko, are you okay?
Let me tell you
That
something
was
right now.
that was
Let me
intense.
tell you something right now. Hold on, because now I'm going to jump on. All right,
Okay.
first of all, don't you ever bring my deceased father's name out of your motherfucking mouth, bitch. I'm telling you that right now. Leave my father. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Please. No screaming. No screaming. You can unmute yourself, but no screaming. Okay, thank you. You can unmute yourself, everyone, but no screaming.
I wasn't screaming, Madgie.
Oh no, you were not. But Odell, please.
Well, I mean, he just did kind of like curse at me and threaten me.
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
speaking to him very plainly. I just, I'm trying to be as humane about it as I can. But, I can understand why he is the way that he is, to have a monstrous father like that. It could be very damaging to the psyche.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I mean, Maggie. You better do your research because I will bring you to court too for allowing this. You understand what I'm saying? Miss Canada, you understand what I'm saying? You don't think I don't know?
I'm so sorry, Rocko. Why are you mad at me right now?
Because you're allowing this. When I just got done saying my father is deceased, and this woman is talking about my father selling me to the Russians. My father was murdered in front of me when I was 14 years old. Okay, that's how I ended up in the system. My father loved me. All right, my father loved me. And shout out to the Confederates. You got that right. Shout out to the Confederates down south.
Are you telling us that you want us to?
How you shouting out losers? How the hell you shouting out losers? Because you're a loser.
This happened, okay, and he started saying, shout out the Confederate. That is when I stopped listening. Jag, I was waiting for you to tell me when to drop him, and you never did.
Yeah, because, I think that what just happened was very educational. And I think we have a better